for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? It's our boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. New Media Today USA Boxing. We back. What's going on, everybody, man? Let me see exactly what's going on. Make sure everybody can hear me. Man. All right, we good. It sounds like everybody can hear me, man. Peace to the family, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the door, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Peace. Gotta wear my damn glasses today, man, for this damn screen. I gotta been having a headache for the past couple of days. My damn eyes, my damn eyeballs hurt. I don't know what it is. But I found out what it was. It's staring at the screen so much. Cause I do so much work looking at the computer screen. You know, I gotta wear these special glasses. So let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. What's going on, everybody, man? John Doe, what up, Doe? John Doe, what's happening, man? Yeah, we're gonna have another good one. Hey, we're gonna have another good one. We'll have a good one. You say, Coach got the Sherlock glasses. He bringing the receipts. Yeah, man. You know, hey, he said looking forward to another great show. Yes, sir. Y'all hear me talking funny, man. It's this Invisalign, and that shit just got me talking. Feels crazy. It gave me a headache and everything. Anybody ever have a Invisalign, you know, or braces, you know what I'm talking about. So it's got a Nick sack. I went to Wakanda. I bought a Nick sack from one of the Wakanda niggas. It's all shaking there too. I got a Nick sack from a Wakanda. All shaking there. So it is what it is. Shout out to Lisa Bell. Lisa, what's going on, sis? What's going on with you? You know what I mean? We're gonna have another good one, man. Another good one. JT in the building. JT, what's happening, man? I'm gonna wait till we get to 100. Let YouTube send out the notifications on the chitlin circuit. We got a whole lot going on. Yes, I do know that the fight has been canceled. We know the fight has been canceled, so it is what it is. He said, "Have on a Nick sack. All I can think about is what kind of half on your Nick sack." Anybody wanna go half on this Nick sack with me, man? Hey, blood. Hey, anybody wanna go half on this Nick sack? Let me know. True. Hey, anybody want to go half on the Nick sack? Hey, true story. I was at the Chick-fil-A. Hey, I was at the Chick-fil-A. I was at the Chick-fil-A the other day, right? And I was over there because, you know, this Chick-fil-A over here not too far from the crib. You know, it's the dudes over there be selling some of that good green, right? So I'm at the Chick-fil-A, right? At the crib, I saw one of the Wakandas. You know what I mean? I bought the last Nick sack. I bought the last Nick sack. And the Wakanda tried to fight before they had to put them paws on. The Wakanda nigga sitting at the Chick-fil-A. The nigga said he wanted some. He wanted the smoke. I told him I wanted all the smoke. Get off the table, nigga. I'm finna slam you. Slam him on his neck. Nigga, get back up. I told you what time it is. You want to wallow? Let's wallow. I told you I can wallow. I'm strong, boy. I'm strong. I'm finna take it to the Ross. I'm finna slam you again. Put you on your back. One more again. Slam him again. Get back up, Wakanda. I told you I ain't even playing with it, boy. You want to throw them paws? Let's throw them paws. I told you, boy. Finna go up under you. Finna roll your neck again. One more again. Hold on. The nigga trying to run. Don't run, nigga. Don't run. Yeah, man, I had to whoop that nigga for that last Nick sack, boy. I had to fight for this Nick sack right here, boy. True. Hey, shout out to Will. Hey, okay. What's up in that $2? Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I didn't know you could sing, Coach. No, I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't sing. You know what I mean? No, I can't sing.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to my sister Food Revolution. Shout out to Blood. Shout out to hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Let's get into the show. Now we know what time it is. We know the fight been canceled, right? We know this. First it was still going on. Literally within hours, everything developed and changed. First, the fight was still going on, but I think that there was so much pressure and the backlash was so strong from people like us on the internet and stuff like that. I think that they was like, man, you know, forget it. It was just too much pressure. Too much pressure. It was just too much pressure, man. Too much pressure going on. And I think that's what it is. I think that's what it was. They just ended up shutting it down. Had to shout out to Real Talk. They had to you know, just shut it down, man. Had to shut it down. Shut it down. And it was the right thing to do. Now, the crazy part about it is this. If there wasn't any backlash, or if they could have got away with it, they would have done it, right? If it wasn't any backlash. But because of the backlash, I honestly believe that this is what made them. Now, if it was Bob Arum, we know Bob Arum, it would have been something different. Bob would have still threw his event. Because we saw what Bob did with Oscar Valdez. Bob like, I don't give a damn if he got popped dirty. I don't care. We still going to have this fight. So, that's the difference between Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn. You know what I mean? Eddie Hearn definitely wanted to do it, but I think the pressure was too much from him. We know if it was Bob Arum would have still put that fight on. I don't care what he got popped with. We still having this fight. And this fighter probably would have kept his belt because we saw it happen with Oscar Valdez. But it is what it is, man. Let's get into the show. Now, Chris Eubank Jr., guys, that fight has reportedly been canceled. It's off. It's reportedly, and it is off. Question I have is, will Conor Benn be suspended? Because this is the crazy part about it, right? We do know that everybody who get popped dirty, they don't always get suspended. Some people do, some people don't. Some people, you get what I'm saying? And I really want to get into this. I really want to get into this, right? And just talk about it. According to Michael Benson, and according to the statement that was put out there by Conor Benn, by Wasserman Promotions and Matchroom Promotions, this fight is off. No fight, right? It went off this morning. It was on this morning, then it was off. So it's over. So it's official. It's official. This fight between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. is officially off, right? First they were saying that, hey, man, Chris Eubank was able to renegotiate that contract, and he was able to revise the weight cut. He was able to up the rehydration limits. They was willing to get over. They was willing to overthrow all of that. You know what I mean? But that wasn't enough. I think the pressure was we gotta. We have to end this. So this is a disaster, but they could have avoided this disaster earlier had they. Hey man, when y'all found out about this in August, because I had the article right here. I had an article right here that say that what was it, August? They knew back in August. I don't know about Eddie Hearn and them, but what I will say is hold on. Oh, this is the wrong one. I have the article right here. Where it says the British Board of Control revealed Wednesday that Benn tested positive for clomiphene, a substance banned by both WADA and VADA, in a test that was overseen by VADA back in August. So if you guys haven't heard, the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn fight is off. You see what I'm saying? For those who just rolling in the door right now. Chris Eubank Jr. reportedly still wanted to go forward with the fight. He still wanted to go forward with the fight. Despite all of the things that transpired over the past couple of days, he still wanted to fight. That let me know that he knew about it a while ago. Wasn't a surprise to him, and he probably figured, hey man, by the time we do fight, he's gonna be no cycled off, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Right? But I'm gonna look at an interview that Chris Eubank did, and just look at his body language. His body language tells you everything you need to know, right? I am a professional body language expert as well. I learned that on YouTube. I'm a professional body language expert, and I'm a good detective. I watch a lot of Cannon, a lot of Ben Matlock, a lot of Perry Mason, a lot of Barnaby Jones, a lot of Magnum PI. So I'm more than qualified to be a detective as well. You see what I'm saying? As we know, the British Board of Control, the British Boxing Board of Control revealed Wednesday what happened as it relates to the WADA and VADA test that are kind of being failed. Chris Eubank Jr. recently confirmed that he doesn't condone cheating in boxing. He said he is clean, but he still is willing to go ahead and fight a drug cheat. That's what he said. He didn't say drug cheat, but it is what it is, right? Seems to me that he is complicit in the matter. He's complicit in it, right? He said that he doesn't know what's going on, but I definitely don't believe that. He didn't know what was going on. I only know what you guys know. I just found out. I only know what you guys know, what you've been hearing. Yeah, whatever. Chris also said that he has concerns for his safety in this interview. I'm gonna let you guys hear it. But he really didn't say much on the matter, right? Now, this is corruption at its finest, and everybody is in on it. From promoters to financial advisors, to managers, to sanctioning bodies, to strength and conditioning coaches and nutritionists, and to trainers. I hate to tell you guys this, but I'm not going to say any names, but a lot of these promoters and financial advisors, they are corrupt. That ain't no surprise. Me telling you that they're corrupt is like telling you water is wet. Everybody knows that, right?
True.
Financial advisors are corrupt in boxing. The managers are corrupt. The sanctioning bodies, we damn sure know they corrupt. The strength and conditioning coach. I got a strength and conditioning coach. Yeah, I bet you do. Ain't no telling what you and that strength and conditioning coach are doing. So a lot of these guys who have nutritionists. Yeah, I bet you do got a nutritionist. Ain't no telling what kind of nutrition they're putting in their food. To the trainers. Yep, trainers as well. Everybody's in on it, right? I'm not saying all of them, but it's a good chunk of them is, right? This is the name of the game, folks, that we love in the sport of boxing. And it's not just boxing, it's basketball. Some of your favorite basketball players are probably on PEDs, more than likely. Whoever the best basketball player is in the world, more than likely, he owns something. Especially if you got a basketball player who's been playing for a very long time, 15, 20 years, and they still playing at a high level, I know goddamn well he owns something. I'm going to just leave it at that. Football players as well. Pretty sure of that, right? Now, Matchroom and Wasserman Boxing, Wasserman Promotion or Boxing or whatever the name is. I think it's promotion of the company, right? Conor Benn is promotion of the company. I mean, I'm not, Chris Eubanks promotion of the company. They have issued a joint statement, guys, saying that they are postponing the fight to a later date. And I am of the opinion that I guess the backlash was so strong that they had to cancel the fight. This should send a message to all of the promoters around the world, but more than likely it won't. All fighters should be tested for at least up to 8 weeks before they have a fight. If a fighter, promoter, manager, or financial advisor has a problem with their fighter being a part of a clean boxing program that tests them 8 weeks, anywhere from 12 to 8 weeks, but definitely 8 weeks before a fight. I'll probably say 12 weeks more than likely, maybe 10 weeks. You see what I'm saying? Anybody got a problem with that? That tell you everything you need to know. Then to let me know, that lets me know that then everybody that's involved are cheaters and corrupt as hell in my books. I always wondered how these big ass fighters, you can see some of these guys are big, they're real tall for certain weight divisions, in the lighter weight divisions. And like, how you shrunk your body down to that size? You get what I'm saying? Make you say, I mean, I know what time it is, but it is what it is, right? But what do you guys think about Matchroom Promotions and Wasserman Promotions caving into the pressure and canceling this fight? Of course, they got to give everybody back their money, stuff like that. So it is what it is. It is what it is. What to say, Food Revolution? You say, shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. Bruce Gas. You say they should test through the entire training program up to the day of the fight. Yeah, they should, but it is what it is. What do you say? You say it's sick, coach. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, this is a sport. This is a sport that we love. This is the sport that we love, right? And this what's going on. This been going on for years, though. This been going on like probably since the beginning. Probably since back when Jack Johnson and them was boxing. Now, Rocky Marciano and Jack Dempsey and those guys, it's more than likely it's been going around since then. We don't have any proof that those guys wasn't boxing dirty. They were fighting 15 rounds, and then hell, when Jack Johnson was boxing, hell, they was boxing 40 rounds, 50 rounds, 60 rounds. We just gonna box till somebody drop and can't get up no damn more. You'll be surprised, some of your favorite athletes that will be considered GOATs in boxing. It's a good chance that maybe they was on it too. Good chance, bro. And that's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. But in today's time, what did he say? He said they wouldn't have canceled this fight if it was Canelo. Now, Canelo got suspended when he got popped. That's not true. When Canelo got popped, Willie Cole, Canelo got suspended for 6 months. They suspended him. And those are the facts. Pugilism said, he said all of this just ultimately leads to one adjustment. PED free for all celebrity YouTube boxing. Make YouTube boxers guinea pigs for unlimited PEDs. Only then will fans appreciate the skills or not. Well, boxing is a dying sport in America, right? So I think the diehard boxing fans will always appreciate the skills, but the thing is, the diehard boxing fans are outnumbered by the casuals. So that's what, boxing is a dying sport. I think at this point, a lot of adjustments are going to have to be made from a fight purse standpoint. A lot of these fighters are not going to be making the money that they used to make, that they've been accustomed to making. I was hearing that some of these guys are being overpaid. I think the market is going to correct itself. The promoters are going to correct the things. Hey, man, I can't be paying this fighter all of this money from the legal streams and stuff like that because of the illegal streaming and things that go on. But they gotta pretend that they care about a clean sport. So we gotta have VADA, WADA. Okay, who controls these? Who controls these drug agencies? I don't know, right? It is what it is, but I remember Floyd Mayweather said that he, yeah, man, we got to test everybody. Everybody was testing, but a lot of people said Floyd was on it too. Floyd had certain sanctioning by. I mean, this is the rumor that's out there. I don't have any proof of any of this stuff. Floyd never got popped dirty for anything, but allegedly, this is what some people were saying. No credible sources, but they heard about the IV situation with Floyd. When you heard rumors about Manny Pacquiao, he never got popped for anything. Manny Pacquiao ended up suing Floyd Mayweather, the Mayweathers, and Roger Mayweather and them had to stop saying that he was on something. He sued him, and I heard he won. I heard he sued him, and he won money in an undisclosed settlement out of court. That's the rumor that's out there. Of course, I wasn't there. I don't have any proof that what went on in the courtroom, but you get what I'm saying. So just some of your favorite athletes. This may be what it is. But what I did notice is this, though. I noticed, like back in the day, and now, it seemed like, especially now once the strength and conditioning coaches got introduced into the game, normally back in the day, you used to just have your trainer, and your trainer, he'll train you and do all of this stuff, right? Now, a lot of these fighters, they have a trainer. We have a strength and conditioning coach. We have a nutritionist, those who have money. So they have, they got access to the finest things. And I'm pretty sure if I do some research on this, you probably would see, again, I think this stuff has been around since Jack Johnson, to be honest with you. I'm not going to sit here and say that all of those guys was clean back then. I have no proof of it, but goddamn, I'm pretty sure they were dirty too. I'm pretty sure they were dirty too back then. I'm pretty sure of that. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. I don't know. I got to get somebody on here. I got to get somebody on here to who know a lot about this stuff. He said Eddie losing a lot of respect, in my opinion. He should at least save face and cancel it right away. Eddie not losing no more respect than what Bob Arum lost. You get what I'm saying, JT? Eddie Hearn not losing no more respect than what Bob Arum lost. Shit, if Bob Arum fighter got popped dirty, Oscar Valdez, and he still fought and kept his belt, shit, then if you know, then if you feel that way about Eddie, surely you got to feel that way about Bob Arum. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Thomas Jones. You say correct, Coach. This ain't nothing. Yeah, this ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. This ain't nothing new. Oh, Daddy Boss, what did you say? Things are not going to change. No. Things ain't going to change. Things are going to change. No. It is what it is. He said Oscar Valdez didn't use steroids. Big difference. Oscar Valdez used something to help him cut weight and to increase his oxygen level. He used a banned substance. He used the PED. Anything that enhances your performance enhances your performance. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know I seem like you want to pick and choose. I seem like you're picking and choosing, but it is what it is. He said these promoters need some kind of punishment as well. If the promoters knew about this in August, try covering it up and try to proceed with the event like all was good. It ain't. I mean, nothing is going to happen to the promoters. The promoters are the power brokers. The promoters are the power brokers in boxing. Nothing is going to happen to them. You know what I mean? Nothing's going to happen to them. So, you know, the promoters are the power brokers, fam. You know, so ain't nothing going to happen to them. I mean, you know, hell, you just can't stop at the promoters. I mean, you talking about, the sanctioning bodies, nothing's going to happen, fam. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. You know, this just going to move in. This just going, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. What did you say? He said all promotions who let a fighter dirty in the ring and try covering it up should be suspended. I mean, but the promoters run boxing. Remember the promoters and the promoters and the sanctioning bodies and the manager, everybody, you know, the sanctioning bodies, the drug organizations, like all of them are pretty much like the promoters not gonna punish themselves. You get what I'm saying? Y'all see him? Like who gonna suspend the promoter? Who gonna do that? Who's gonna be over the promoters? Ivo Day, he said people are selectively critical, in my opinion. They on Hearn, like he the man that did the injections. Yeah, you can't get mad at Eddie Hearn. Like Eddie Hearn didn't make the fighter. Like you can't get mad at a promoter if a fighter that they're training, if a fighter that's under the promotional company decided to cheat and take a banned substance. You can't get mad at Bob Arum, can't get mad at Eddie Hearn, can't get mad at Wasserman Promotions, can't get mad at MTK Global, can't get mad at PBC, Al Heyman, can't get mad at Lou DiBella. If a fighter makes a decision to do something illegal, to cheat, try to cheat the system, you can't get mad at the promoter. The promoter can't babysit these fighters. The promoter job is to promote the fight. So you can't blame that on the promoter. You see what I'm saying? That's any promoter. Now, if a promoter finds out, like, hey, look here, man. Now you can look at the promoter and say, but damn, man, you still trying to go on with this. You can make your judgment from that point then. But the fact of the matter is, none of these promoters, whether it's Bob Arum, whether it's Eddie Hearn, whether it's Frank Warren, whether it's Al Heyman, which is an advisor / promoter. He worked through promoters. Tom Brown, whatever. None of these promoters can come out and throw a rock at anybody. Like Frank Warren can't say, aha, look, Eddie Hearn, look how dirty he is. He tried to cover it up and let's throw a rock at him. None of these promoters can do that, because if you do that, if you throw a rock in a glass house, you're gonna shatter every goddamn thing. Because Frank Warren, and we pull back the layers of the onion, all your corruption may come about, allegedly. So a lot of these promoters have got to be hush. I can't really say nothing because I'm dirty as hell over here too. And everybody got dirt on everybody. Everybody got dirt on everybody. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can't blame the promoter for that. But he said it's up to the state commission to do the testing. Yeah, whatever. I mean, yeah, shout out to Bruce Gas, man. Yeah, I see what you say, fam. He said, I get you, coach. He said, we need an overhaul of the system. It's 2022. Yeah, I mean, the system, but, you know, like who would be in charge of overhauling the system? I mean, would you say the government? Well, like the United States government or Congress? Well, if you let them in, no, I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but if you let them in, then guess what? The United States government and Congress is corrupt too. So I think what we probably need to do as boxing fans is accept the fact that this is the norm. You get what I'm saying? There are people who have selective outrage. This is hurting my damn ear. There are people who have selective outrage. Hold on, guys. There are people who have selective outrage. If you have a favorite fighter, or a lot of these guys have favorite promoters, you know, a lot of these guys, they love promoters more so than boxing. So if you hate Eddie Hearn, it's dump on Eddie Hearn day. Just keep that same energy when it's Frank Warren. Keep that same energy when it's Bob Arum. Keep that same energy when it's Tom Brown or Al Heyman. Keep that same energy because all of them are the same. There's no good promoter versus a bad promoter. But this one here, he the good one, and the rest of them is bad. Oh, this one here, that's the good one, and them over there is bad. No, all of them in the same boat. You know, but I get it. In this day and age, we everybody got favorite promoters, so I get it. Yeah, I had to take these headphones off. This shit hurt my ear. Not my promoter. My promoter, the good one. My promoter ain't gonna do none of that. Not my promoter. We don't like Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn a piece of shit. But you love Frank Warren. True, true, true. My promoter, the good one. And then they say my promoter. Oh yeah, he the good one, huh? Yeah, Al Heyman, he the bad guy. Al Heyman the bad guy. Oh yeah. Al Heyman the bad guy, huh? What promoter you like? I like Bob Arum. Bob the good one. Oh yeah. Who told you that? You get what I'm saying? All of them in the same boat. All of them in the same boat, bro. He said, Coach, Boston is the red light district of professional sports. Like it or leave it. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, we just gotta, you know, as a boxing fan, we just gotta accept it for what it is. It is what it is, and you know, you make it do what it do. You know, push. You know, don't let nothing surprise you. He say fail a pregnancy test before a fight. Shout out to my dog Thug and D. Thug and D, what's going on, fam? Salute to Thug and D, man. You get what you guys get what I'm saying though? Like I'm seeing a lot of this online. You know what I mean? I get it. They don't like Eddie Hearn, and that's fine. I don't give a damn if you like him or not. Don't make me never mind. I ain't getting a check from him. But but Frank Warren is a piece of shit as well. All of them are. Every last one of them. You can check every promoter, and I'm pretty sure they don't have stuff. You know, hell, Bob Arum is a perfect example. His fighter got popped dirty, did not get stripped of his belt, and still was allowed to fight. Won and kept his title. You see what I'm saying? So it is what it is. PBC Central, what to say? He said, my promoter, the good one. Yeah, that's what these dudes be online doing. He said, let's be honest. He said, let's be honest. It was bullshit fight anyways. I mean, it's sold out, dog. It's sold out. It probably was bullshit to you, but it's sold out. It's sold out within minutes. And within an hour or something, right, Ryan? So all those people who bought those tickets, I think it was something they wanted to see because of the backstory. You know, the story between Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank Sr. and stuff like that. Because of the story, the backstory. You get what I'm saying? Let me go over here. Let me go over here because I can see everybody better. I can see everybody better over here. Let me blow it up a little bit. Let me blow it up a little bit. You know, let me blow it up a little bit. But again, nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen. I mean, it is what it is. The question I have for you guys is this: If let me drop the phone number down. If this is what, hold on, let me read this to you guys first. Because this is why I'm confused at. Conor Benn has not been suspended. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Conor Benn has not been suspended. So let me do this. Hold on. He hasn't been suspended, so let's see what this is on Conor Benn's Instagram. Let's go to Conor Benn. Let's go to Conor Benn Instagram. I'm gonna let you guys read this. Hold on. Let's go to Conor's Instagram. Check this out. Conor says right here, this is what he says. He says, I am truly gutted that we were unable to make this fight happen on Saturday. And I am sorry to everyone who has been affected by the postponement. I am still completely shocked and surprised by this, and it has been a tough couple of days. My team and I would consider the next options, including rescheduling the fight. But my immediate focus is on clearing my name because I am a clean athlete. That's what Conor Benn says. So, the question I have is this. He say he a clean athlete. That's what he said. Question I have is, and I don't know the answer to this, so I probably need to get some experts on this. Maybe I do know the answer. The question I have is this. How did you get an illegal substance in your body in the first place? Like, did you just buy some meat from Taco Bell, or did you just, because you have a nutritionist and you have a strength and conditioning coach, and you eat what your nutritionist give you. So are you saying that your nutritionist, like, it ain't like you were just laying down, woke up one day, damn, boy, I got something in my system. How that got there? You get what I'm saying? I'm shocked. Like, how did it get there? Nutritionist, myself, did you put something in there? No, mate, it wasn't me. I didn't put nothing in there. I just gave you what I normally give you. Okay, my strength and conditioning coach, that shake you gave me, did you put something in there? No, dog, I ain't put nothing in there, dog. I don't know what happened. So the strength and conditioning guy ain't putting nothing in your food, and the nutritionist ain't putting nothing in your food, or whatever the case may be. So what? You just woke up one day and it was just there. What you went to the local store and you get what I'm saying? He said that his immediate focus is on clearing his name. He's a clean athlete. Well, if you're a clean athlete, how did you get dirt in your system? True. Like, these are questions that I would ask. You said you want to clear your name. How do you plan on doing that? You said you're a clean athlete. So is VADA lying on you? And, you get what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Shout out to Sly.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I'm shocked and surprised they caught me. Yes, sir.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Let's see. Shout out to Little Green Eyes P. Salute to Little Green Eyes P. 1 foot in, 1 foot out the door. You say, wait a minute. You're trying to say a syringe in the butt cheek ain't part of a regular strength and conditioning on program? Hey, I'm just saying though. I'm asking the question. Let's get the lights. Let me drop the phone lines. I want to show y'all something. I remember I remember, listen, you know what? Shout out to, she just sent me something. I think she sent me this. I want to show y'all something. I remember when Sugar Shane Mosley got popped dirty, right? And Sugar Shane Mosley was saying that he ain't never did nothing wrong. I think Victor Conte told on him. I think when Victor Conte got busted, he had to tell like all of the people who he, you know, who he worked with and all that stuff there. Victor Conte had to snitch on everybody. He told on everybody who he worked with and which athletes was on it, who he was selling stuff to, and all of that stuff there, right? Let me go to playlists. Let me go to my playlist. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys something. And I notice a pattern. A pattern is when athletes get popped dirty, whether it was Lance Armstrong, whether it was Marion Jones, Sugar Shane Mosley, when the athletes get popped dirty, all of the Big Jared, Big Baby Miller, all of them do the same thing. Man, I ain't did nothing wrong. I ain't got nothing in my system. I don't know how that happened. All of them say the same thing. And only to find out, only to come later on to find out, you know, when the rubber hit the road, yeah, man, you know, yeah. So sometimes these guys have to be forced, smoked out of the closet, right? Smoked out of the closet. Let me find this. Let me find this from Sugar Shane Mosley. I have a Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley was on the oath after he said that he didn't do nothing wrong. He don't know how it got in this system. You know, somebody lied on him. I think Victor Conte was lying on him and all this stuff there, yada, 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 blah, blah, squaze. And then when they had his ass under oath, he came clean. And a lot of these guys, what they, you get what I'm saying? So, you know, like I wonder how can you clear your name? Was VADA lying? Like if he would have came out and said, you know what, man, VADA is lying. That test ain't real. I wasn't on anything. I don't know. It's a conspiracy against me. Is it? Does he feel it's a conspiracy against him? Does Conor Benn feel that the man is trying to set him up and did not want him to get the bag? Because all of them do this. All of them do this. When they get caught, oh man, did your chef give it to you? Did your chef? So what you trying to say? Your chef snuck it in your food and you didn't know it? You get what I'm saying? Like these guys are professional athletes. So what's Sugar Shane at? I got Sugar Shane right here. I know for a fact I saved that video. And the people who saying they outrage in boxing, like the people that's in boxing in the sport, they full of ish too. Because like you say, people have selective outrage depending on who they're mad at that day. They have selective outrage depending on who they're mad at and stuff like that. Let me see Sugar Shane Mosley. Let me see Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley. Testifies. Got it right here. Sugar Shane Mosley. Here you go right here. Got it. He sued Balco, which was the company that Victor Conte had. Yeah. I heard it all before. Heard it all. And Sugar Shane was a bad boy, but hey, man. We ain't, there ain't nobody exempt. Oscar Valdez said the same thing. Oh, I don't know how. I'm a clean fighter. I would never cheat guys. Yeah, I heard that. I heard all that before. They all say that. Halim say that's what he said. That's why you have to have trusted people in your camp. A lot of snakes in the boxing world. So what you saying, Halim? You think he had a snake in his camp? He said Bill Johnson still staying. Ain't no cleaning. Nah. You think he had a snake in his camp? He say, the Eubank Jr camp set me up. Okay. Here goes Sugar Shane Mosley though, guys. Let's get the lights up. We go to phone lines right here. Let me drop the phone lines. We need 200 lights. But let me open up the phone line. Here goes Sugar Shane Mosley right here. A lot of you jitterbugs don't even remember this, right? But here goes Sugar Shane. This is Sugar Shane right here. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. Let's go.
One of the videotape deposition of Shane Mosley, taken by Judge Burstein in the matter Mosley versus Conti. This deposition is being held at 1790 Broadway, New York, New York.
Sugar Shane Mosley was suing Balco because he said they lied on him about him being a dirty fighter, that they sold him drugs or something.
Well, the injection was EPO, right?
It was EPO, yes.
And you knew it was EPO that day, correct?
Yeah, I guess. I knew it was something, yeah.
Well, you're here today. Did you, let me just finish the question. As we sit here today, prior to going to the grand jury in December of 2003, did you know you were taking EPO, yes or no?
Yes.
Let's stop right there. Sugar Shane was suing Balco for defamation or something of that sort. Victor Conde said, okay, all right, baby boy, do you really want to do this? Okay, let's go. Went over ahead, got his ass under oath, and you see that everything changed. Those fighters will be saying, yeah, man, I didn't know. I don't know how I got in my system. I don't know how. I didn't, they'd be real adamant. And then when their ass got to get under oath, it'd be something totally different. This is what happened to Sugar Shane Mosley. Let's continue. Look at his body language. Now he sat there and sued the man and said the man was defaming his character and all of that stuff there. Like the dude was injecting him with it. So my question would be to kind of being, okay, so how did you get this in your system? Shout out to Food Revolution. What you say, sis? You say EPO increases the production of red blood cells so that you can get more oxygen in your cells so you don't get as tired and increase your stamina. Yeah, exactly. You're right about that, sis. True. Lance Armstrong did the same thing. Yo, man, I'm clean. Man, that man was winning all them goddamn races. Like, bro, couldn't nobody beat this dude. How you winning all them goddamn races like that, man? Come on, man. Hey, what you say? He said, at least he didn't plead the fifth. Hey, guess what? He dropped that lawsuit too. When the rubber, also all of them say that. Oh, I didn't know that I had it in. I didn't know that there was any. I didn't know that it was in the meat I ate. Or I didn't know it was in the tea that I drank. Or I didn't know I just take stuff from my nutritionist. I trusted my nutritionist. They all say that. You get their ass under oath. Look here, baby boy. We got witness testimony right here. This guy said that he was injecting you with this. This guy right here, your strength and conditioning coach or your nutritionist, he said that we don't listen. He finna go to jail, but he agreed to cooperate with us. He said that he gave this to you personally, and you knew what it was. He lying. I'm assuming. Okay, what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and take this to court to get on. We got evidence against you now. We got evidence against you. And faced with going to jail, you see this Sugar Shane Mosley right here? Yep.
So then, and you knew you took EPO that day on July 26, 2003, correct?
I know that, yes.
Okay. And would
Now let's go right here.
in 2003, the fight with Oscar was in Nevada?
Nevada.
And so who would have oversight of that fight?
It'd be the Nevada Commission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And is the Nevada Commission, are they, do you know if in 2003 they would have been open 7 days a week?
Probably not. Probably Monday through Fridays.
Right. So wouldn't it be fair to say you took the EPO before Conti could have called any commission?
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
That's Sugar Shane Mosley. That's Sugar Shane. Guess what? That could be your favorite fighter. It could be so when these fighters come out and say, yeah, man, yeah, I don't, yeah, man, I don't know how I got there. I never believe the fighter once you get popped dirt, I don't never believe that shit. I'm just saying me. What did he say? He said, don't mention Barry Bonds. I don't. You know what? I remember back in the baseball days when they were talking about baseball and when they had Barry Bonds and they had what the other dude name? Sammy Sosa. And what the other guy named? They was having a home run derby and stuff. And one of the guys, I forgot the guy name, the big white guy. And he ended up coming out saying that later on, he said that he wasn't, there was denying it for a long time, but then he ended up going to Congress and testifying saying that he was on steroids and talked about steroids in the sport in the sport of baseball and yada, 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 yada. Performance enhancing drugs is in all sports. Football, your favorite quarterbacks, your favorite running backs, your favorite power forwards in the NBA. Some of them may play for the Lakers. Some of them might have played for Miami. Some of them might have played for Golden State. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? So this is nothing new. This is nothing new. So when Oscar Wilde, I was just drinking the tea, that's bullshit. Yeah, Mark McGrath, that's the name, Mark McGrath. But my point is this. All of them, when they get caught, say that they didn't do anything. They don't know how it got there. All of them do that. That's my whole point. All of them do that. All of them say that. Let's get all the lights up, man. We need 48 lights. We need 48 lights. Hold on, guys. Hold on. We got a call Carter there. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, how you doing? It's Ivo Dave from California.
Ivo Dave, talk to me, fam.
How you been? How you doing, Coach?
Doing good, fam.
Man, like I gotta say, man, I've been a fan of boxing all my life since I was roughly 10 years old. And I remember when Roy got popped. I remember when there were cases against Chavez Jr.
Yeah,
I remember when there were cases against
Antonio Tarver.
Yep,
Antonio Tarver, Chavez Jr. Yep.
Exactly. Eureka Gamboa had a problem. Tyson Fury had the nandrolone.
Yep.
Freaking Joe Foreigner.
Yep.
For 28. I mean, I remember Shannon Briggs. Here's the thing. I've accepted that not every fight is clean. My thing is people are selectively getting outraged. It's Eddie Hearn, so we're gonna go on him. No one was on Warren when Tyson got caught for nandrolone. No one gave a shit there.
Because they like Frank Warren. They like Frank Warren. They like Frank Warren. They hate Eddie Hearn. That's what this is all about. That's all this is.
Exactly. So this selective BS is complete garbage, man. Either you keep the same energy for every single fight, or you don't give a shit when one guy gets it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you can't.
I totally agree.
You can't have it both ways. It's childish, man. It is. It's look, and as in the case of Conor Benn, I've heard so many excuses. Oh, it was the street tacos. It was the boar. Today it's the shrimp tacos from Taco Bell. Who gives a shit? Stop making your excuses, man. Own up to it. Take your L and get over it. And go on to the next thing. It's just childish, man.
I mean, it is what it is, man. I vote there, yeah. And that's why I play Sugar Shane Mosley. I have other receipts where when these guys get on the oath and remember, Sugar Shane went so far as to sue Balco because he said they was scandalizing his name. They was lying on him, only to come to find out that they wasn't lying. And when he got on the oath, he had to come clean because he didn't want to go to jail for lying, right? And so all of them do that. If they say it was the tea or the meat or Conor Benn saying I don't know how it got there or Victor Ortiz or not Victor what the dude there, the heavyweight that's box right now, the boogeyman of Luis Ortiz or any of these guys. Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, because I'm like, I don't seen this before. What you're saying is don't have selective outrage. And this is what goes on today. They have selective outrage depending on whether if it's a promoter that they like or don't like, depending on whether it's their favorite fighter. And this is why I say if you stand on the side of boxing, you can never go wrong. Stand on the side of boxing, and if it's because sometimes some of your favorite fighters may have to fall on the sword. They may have to fall on the sword. If you have a boxing criteria and set a standard, anyone who goes against that standard has to be criticized and checked. And this is why I have that over here. I mean, I got Roy Jones right here. This my guy. I love Roy Jones. But goddamn, I can't.
Yeah, exactly. I love him too.
I got to call it like it is, dog. He popped dirty in 2001.
Exactly.
Antonio Tarver as well.
Canelo Alvarez fan, pound for pound number one. Canelo Alvarez. He got caught with street taco meat. Like, look, like these excuses, the excuses are funny. Like, but I agree. The Shane Mosley case in particular, because I remember when that happened, and everything was fun and games. I'm gonna sue until I get on the stand. Then I don't want to go get perjury because that's 10 times worse than getting called for steroid in your system.
Yeah. I mean, just man up. Yeah, man.
Much love, coach.
All right, shout out to Avo Day. Salute, man. Shout out to Old Dirty Boxing, man, for renewing that membership, man. Salute to Old Dirty Boxing. Old Dirty Boxing said, become a member, support the show. Yes, sir, man. Y'all can click the link below in order to become a member. Or you can click the membership that's pinned to the top of the chat. Phone lines is open, 530-494-9636. And what I want to do today is just basically say, hey, look, man, this is like, all of us love boxing, right? All of us love boxing. We love talking about it. We like watching the fights. But we have to, us as fans, we have to understand and realize this is what's going on, right? There are no good promoters in boxing. This is what I'm saying. None of them, all of them on the same. Eddie Hearn is no better than Frank Warren, and Frank Warren's no better than Eddie Hearn. If you think Eddie Hearn a piece of shit, you got to know that Frank Warren is 2 times a piece of shit as him because he's been doing it longer. Old fish eyes, right? If you think Al Heyman is a piece of shit and he hiding and don't show himself and this and that, and you think Bob Arum is good, guess what? Bob Arum ain't no better than doggone Al Heyman. I love Bob, man. Bob is this, Bob is that. No, he a piece of shit just like the other ones. Lou DiBella, same thing. My dog Booger Ray, I got love for Booger Ray, man. But Booger Ray only promote. He ain't got but one fighter, really. That's Tank, but you get what I'm saying. And this is what I mean when I do these shows. I say I'm not down with no clicks and no crews. I don't care nothing about the interview because I'm not going to compromise my principles for my love of the sport of boxing. I'm just a boxing fan with a YouTube channel, but I'm not going to compromise my principles for what I believe in and what I stand on to get on the good side of a promoter to get an interview or get on the good side of a fighter to get an interview. Fuck your good side. Before I knew who you were, I was watching boxing. When you leave the sport or don't fight anymore, I'm going to still be watching it. I didn't start liking boxing because of promoters. When I was coming up, I ain't never heard of nobody being fans of promoters. There's some new stuff on YouTube that I learned. I ain't never heard of that, dog. Like when nobody, yeah, man, we love Don King, we love, Bob Arum, because Don King and Bob Arum was like the main ones. Then you had Duval, you had the Duvals, you had a couple of them. You had a couple of them back in the day, but we wasn't running, holding banners for promotional companies. Now we did love the fighters. Now we did love the fighters. You get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, but it just it is what it is. This is the part of the sport, man. So it is what it is. This is the part of the sport, and that's all I'm saying, guys. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Shout out to KK.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said this is karma for Eddie Hearn matching Kell Brook at welterweight versus Triple G at middleweight. Big payback. How was that karma for Eddie Hearn? I'm kind of lost right there, fam. Like if Kell Brook made a decision to fight Triple G, how was that Eddie Hearn's fault? How was that karma for him? Is your karma selective to Eddie Hearn, or does your karma go all the way around the board? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Cause I'm saying for me, I don't get that. But if that's the way you see it, then so be it.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Eddie Val. He said exactly, coach. He say fuck your good side. Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. I really don't care. Like I really don't care. I'm gonna call it the way I see it. Daniel Jones, he said Hearn doesn't protect his fighters as much as others. Yeah, he damn sure don't protect his fighters, well, because he damn sure let Joshua go. He let Joshua go fight Usyk twice. Do you want to fight him? Okay, good. And this is what Booker Ray Leonard was talking about. He said, man, you don't how you gonna put AJ in these tough matches like that? You don't know nothing about boxing. He talking from a matchmaking standpoint. You're not supposed, you shouldn't be putting your fighter in these fights that you know that stylistically they don't match up with this guy. That's from a matchmaking standpoint. So this is what Booker Ray Leonard was trying to tell Eddie. This is what he mean by when he say, didn't you learn that from the AJ? Well, every time I play, it ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone. And when he say, he say, didn't you learn that? He said, didn't you learn something from the AJ? You remember what happened to AJ? So that when he say Eddie Hearn don't know what he's doing as a promoter, this is what he's talking about as well. Because you wanna put your fighter in tough fights. And Booker Ray Leonard is like, we're not gonna put our fighter in tough fights. We're gonna put our fighter in fights that we know he can win. And we're going to promote it and hype it up to the casuals to make them think that it's this is a 50-50 fight, but really it's not. You get what I'm saying? So caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Yo, this VA Money.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the steroid situation from a structural standpoint. Like, they're first of all, nobody in boxing, not one person that's involved in boxing, supports drug testing. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at it, like some poor boxer who's been training his whole life to get like a big payday, no matter if it's for a championship or if it's just a big name. If they find out the other guy pops 30 for some steroids, like, it's not logical. They're never going to try to turn down that fight because the other guy is juicing. You know what I mean? And for the most part, getting popped dirty nowadays is like getting a speeding ticket. You know what I mean? There's no way that you're the only one, even though you're the one getting the ticket. There's no way that you're the only one that's actually juicing. You get what I'm saying? I want to raise a couple questions. So a couple years ago, Dylan White got popped from UCAD. UCAD actually tested him dirty for D-ball. Right? Eddie Hearn made that go away. But one of the things that when you do your research is that I think it was like 2 or 3 days before he tested dirty for UCAD's D-ball, VADA had tested him and he tested clean. Right, so that's one of the points that I raised. Like, because I've been calling this show for probably like a year some change now. You know, I bet boxing. right? And I bet boxing. A lot of times when I'm betting boxing, it's going to be based off of if I think the guy is using performance enhancing drugs or not. Specifically, like I told you, I bet $10K on the Floyd Mayweather versus Pac-Man. I bet a couple grand on the Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. I called in. I told you. I let everybody know. Please go and bet that fight is automatic. And what I meant when I said that VADA's not on the up and up is that when guys are saying that they're using VADA testing, they still look like action figures. You get what I'm saying? Jamel Charlo recently had to complain to VADA to get them to test. They were signed up for VADA for the first Castano fight, but Jamel Charlo, this is on YouTube. The receipts are all over the place. He said he never got tested, so he had to complain to VADA. And then after he complained to VADA, then Castano came down with an injury. Right? This is facts. Castano came down. They had to postpone the fight for like 2 months. And then he ends up finishing Castano. You know what I mean? Every other punch was waddling this guy. This is what boxing really is. And the structures in place, like such as VADA or whatever, they're not really interested in actually cleaning up the sport. What they're doing is they're standing there and they're receiving money for fighters to say, hey, we're doing testing. But nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? And that includes VADA. That was my point. Also, the eye test, like I said, I follow bodybuilding. The eye test is very important because it is impossible. Hear what I'm saying? Biologically, it is impossible for a man, not going through puberty, but a man to put on 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, solid muscle, meaning that you're going to go up 10, 15 pounds and keep a deep chiseled six-pack within 6 months. That's impossible. So the fact that he was going to come in looking like how he was looking, you should already know just from looking at him, this guy's on steroids, period. You shouldn't need a failed drug test to watch a guy move up in weight.
You mean the PED? He wasn't because I think PED. Yeah. But I get you. I get you.
So that's my.
I get you.
All right, that's my point, man.
All right, shout out to VA Money Group. Yeah, I get exactly what he's saying. Shout out to what did you say? You say Eubank Ben would have made so much money because of the Dab's history. You're talking about the Dad's history. They're the two promoters. Yeah, exactly. See, this is my thing though. I will say this. If VA Money Group is my promoter, let's say VA Money Group is a promoter, right? And I'm a fighter that fights under VA Money Group's banter. If me as a fighter, if I made a decision to put illegal substances in my system, that's not VA Money's fault. Now, if VA Money say, I'm your promoter, dog, we need to do whatever we got to do to make sure you win this fight. Look here, baby boy, I'm going to encourage you to get your body right. Take this here from this guy, take that from that guy, or I hook you up with some people, on the slide, and don't worry about getting tested. Because these promoters and advisory companies, you can pay these more than likely from what I've been hearing. You can pay these nonprofit organizations, drug companies off. Look here, I don't need you paying. Drug testing my fighter. I don't need you drug testing my fighter right now. You get what I'm saying? This how this works. So I can't, if I get popped with something, it's easy to say, yeah, man, VA Money, see what he doing, this, what he, you get what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really his fault if I decided to do something. Now, if he found out about it, man, damn, man, I got so much money involved in you, dog. We're going to try to keep this under wraps. Everybody involved, we're going to try to keep it under wraps. And even because again, let me show you guys this again. Let me show you this again now. Let me show you this again. Hold on. Let me show you this one more time. Hold on. Says right here, it says the British Boxing Board of Controls revealed Wednesday that Ben tested positive for clomiphene, a substance banned by both WADA and VADA, in a test overseen by VADA in August. The test that Conor Benn failed was overseen by VADA in August. So did they, when, you know, so when did everybody else find out? I'm pretty sure they didn't just find out a couple days ago. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is, fam. Like, you know, it is what it is. And then you got fighters who doing it, they just ain't got caught yet. We know about the ones who got caught. What about the ones who haven't got caught yet? You get what I'm saying? True. PBC, he said keep it on the down low. Yeah, that's all I'm saying, fam. So it is what it is. This is the part of the sport. We love our fighters. We love the fighters. And the reason why I have a boxing criteria, guys, is because it takes the emotion out of it. It takes the, when it's my favorite fighter, I'm gonna give him a pass. And let's get the lights up. We got almost 400 people in here, man. Less than 200 lights. We gotta get the lights up more. We need 107 lights, man. I need 300. We need 107 more lights. Hold on, we need you get what I'm saying? When it's your favorite fighter, we like to change the rules. Let's say I'm okay. Terrence Crawford is one of my favorite fighters. So is Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo is one of my favorite fighters as well. If any one of those fighters get popped with something in their system, I can't be the hypocrite and say, yeah, man, you know, because it's my favorite fighter, dog. Yeah, man, damn, I can't. You know, they just messed up that one time, man. Everything good. I can't do that. But let's say I hate Canelo Alvarez. Or let's say I hate David Benavidez. And then one of them get popped. Or let's say I hate Artur Beterbiev. Or I hate Dmitry Bivol, right? Or let's say I hate Chocolatito. One of them get popped. Oh, man, he got that blood teeth. Yeah, man, said yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, his promoter ain't shit. And the fighter ain't, I didn't know he was cheating and stuff like that. Yeah, but the fighter who you said was your favorite fighter, you didn't really say much of nothing when it happened to him. Oh, yeah, man, that's different. That's different, though. You got to keep that same energy. You can't have selective smoke. You get what I'm saying? Can't have selective smoke. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to my brother True Grit. Shout out to True Grit. What'd you say? He said professional sports is big money. Best believe PEDs are heavily involved in all of them. Yeah, every last one of them. Football, basketball. Hell, it might be involved in darts. Like I was watching the darts lead, right? I was watching the darts lead on DAZN, and I seen this fat white dude walk up to the thing, and he was like, I like darts. I started watching darts. I was smoking some good green one day, right? I got DAZN on my phone. I started smoking some good green one day, right? And I was watching a professional darts match, like the World Series of Darts. Hey, listen, they had cheerleaders on the stage. They had an announcer, and they had security walking the dude down to the stage. I was like, what the hell is this, bro? And it was packed. It was sold out. I was so in awe that this event was sold out. I'm like, all these people paid all this money to come see some motherfuckers throw some damn darts, bro. I sat there for 5 minutes. I was hooked. I'm like, okay, yeah. Like, what if a dude in darts, he pulled the muscle in his arm or something? Like, do they test for VADA? Do they test for PEDs in darts? Do they test for PEDs in darts? That's what I want to know that there too. That's a lot of money in darts. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money in darts. Shout out to 1 Foot. He said, I remember a huge arena brawl at the darts event. That shit was hilarious. And yeah, because everybody drinking. You see people with pictures of shandies in their hand and, you know, stuff like that. He say darts dudes are a hell of overweight. He say don't think so. Hey, you know what I mean? Hey, what is that? He said they test for coke in darts. Oh, they do? West Side, what's going on, West Side? Yeah, I didn't know that. But you get what I'm saying, though. So the sport that we love, it's just a reality of the situation. The sports that we love, it's a dirty sport. It is what it is. And That's just the reality of the situation, guys. It's kind of being today. It was Tyson Fury yesterday. It was Roy Jones the day before that. It was Sugar Shane Mosley after that. It was Canelo after that. It was Oscar Valdez before that. It was Dillian White or, whoever been on the list, Shannon Briggs. Like, those are the guys who got caught, right? So it is what it is. Everybody's in on it, I told you guys, boxing is like, it's a lot like WWE. A lot of shit be scripted. A lot of shit be, hey, you be watching the fight and you wonder why, shout out to Myron, Barcelona United. He said, wow, must be for focus. Like, damn, like, if you injure your arm, like, how do you rehab it? Do you do in darts? Do they have a strength and conditioning coach in darts? Blues Boston, he said they're all on something. Facts, yeah. And that's what people are saying about snack. They're saying snack is just another way, to bend the rules but don't break. And let me show you the hypocrisy. Let me show you the hypocrisy in this whole thing. Check this out. Hold on. Let me turn the ceiling fan on. Let me show you guys the hypocrisy in this whole thing. I remember, and let me do this. Let me do this. I'm finna show y'all where I'm going at with this. Let me show y'all where I'm going at with this. Let's pull up Snack. Let's pull up Victor Conte Snack. I'm finna show y'all a classic case of hypocrisy. I'm finna show you a classic case of hypocrisy. Check this out. This is Snack. This is Victor Conte. And these are models. I remember when Terrence Crawford fought. I remember when Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter. The aerosexual YouTube channels, when they saw he had snack, he had a snack patch for advertisement on his shorts. This is right after he beat Sean Porter. I'm finna body you niggas on this. You know me, I'm good at taking their narratives, taking the hypocrisy, taking the double standards and throwing it right back at them. I remember it like it was yesterday, and I have the receipts for the videos. This is selective outrage. Oh, man, he stopped Sean Porter. Sean Porter ain't never been, his daddy threw the towel in, and, shit, Crawford working with Snack, and he working with Victor Conte, and, Victor Conte, I'm talking about the alphabet boy communities. The Wakanda niggas. The alphabet boy communities are the Wakanda niggas as well. Man, Crawford working with Snack. They was insinuating that Crawford was cheating. I said, okay. All right. He working with Victor Conte. Check this out. But they didn't say none of that right here when Devin Haney. Look at that. Devin Haney's with Snack. Devin Haney is with Snack. But because Devin Haney father does interviews, Devin Haney's father does interviews with them, and they're on the same team, and he's a part of the LDBC. They didn't say nothing about Devin Haney being with Snack. So when it's someone you don't like, he with Snack. He could be cheating. He could be doing this and doing that. But when it's somebody on your team that you ride for, you ain't got nothing to say. True. Do you get where I'm coming from? What's going on with Eddie Hearn But people who don't like Eddie Hearn, that's selective outrage. Because those people who hate on Hearn right now, they didn't have that energy with Bob Arum and Oscar Valdez. They didn't have that energy with Frank Warren and Tyson Fury. And guess what? They adopted Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is with Snack. Now, I'm not saying Snack is dirty. I'm not saying that. I have no proof of that. But I'm trying to show you how these dudes insinuate things that fit their narrative. But when it comes to that guy, the dude who they ride for, oh man, okay, but hold on, okay, Bud with Snack, right? Okay, Michael Garcia with Snack. Devin Haney with Snack. What's the difference between Terrence Crawford being with Snack and Devin Haney being with Snack? Can anyone tell me the difference? Can anyone tell me the difference? Yeah, he's talking about he say fanboys. He say Arrow fanboys like Texas Bulldog would defend anything. Anybody. What's the difference? Oh, you know what the difference is? We don't like that nigga Crawford. We don't like that nigga Crawford. Texas Bulldog, he say Errol ain't with Snack. No, he ain't with Snack. He not with Snack, but he is with Yellow Beezy though.
Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? His girlfriend. Hey, man. Hey, serious. Hey, serious. My brother. She said, don't kiss him. My brother. Bro, what's wrong with this nigga, bro? His girlfriend. My brother, man. Hey, serious. Hey, serious. My brother. She said, don't kiss him. My brother.
Yeah, he with a different kind of Snack. Yeah, Texas Bulldog, you an aerosexual. You with a different kind of Snack.
Yes. Yes, surprise. You gay. That's not all. Go in there. Yes. Yes. It is warm. Yes. I love you. Just because.
Yeah, he with a Snack called Dick and Balls.
True.
Shout out to Dantes for dropping that quarter upper. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
They're gonna test that boy for semen. Shout out to Dantes. He said, Coach, I remember Tank was on a podcast. They had tea. Oh, you said they had tea for him to drink, but he was scared. He kept asking his nutritionist, was it safe? Yeah, he's supposed to did that. He's supposed to did that. Now Tank did right. Tank trying to watch himself because he know at any moment in time, anything can happen. So Tank did real smart. He did
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Val for dropping that quarter upper. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, left my ass on Yellow Beezy, definitely a former testosterone booster. Hey, I ride with the AK.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, but I'm an aerosexual killer, boy. This ain't the channel for you, buddy. Ain't the channel for you, buddy. It's not the channel for you. You might want to go back to that bad boy channel where you belong. Shout out to Knocked Out 305. He say, nah, Coach. Hey, man, I caught it the way I see it, man. Christmas. Oh, and it's warm. Yeah. He on Snack, all right. He on Snack, all right. Dick and balls. That's what he's on. I mean, he said they're going to test that boy for semen. Yeah, they're going to have to, boy. They're going to test that boy. I'm to test that boy out. He said, enjoy the show. What to say, fam? You say, Coach, I heard Tank might actually do jail time. I heard that, but I don't know, man. I heard that, fam, but I just don't want to, I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to believe that. I just think that, he got a lot of money. You get what I'm saying? I think he got a lot of money. Shout out to my man, Ron. Shout out to my dog, Ron Boy Fresh, man. Salute to my dog. Give my dog, my brother, a round of applause. Yeah, but I'm an aerosexual killer, boy. I don't even play, boy. I'm vicious. It's the wrong channel for you, boy. Wrong channel for you. Take your bitch ass back somewhere else. PBC Central. He said fanboys are not allowed. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. He said, your 3 fighters, who you think are currently clean? God bless. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, dog. I really can't say. I mean, I would say, I would say, Wilder. I would say, bro, you know what, man? I don't even know, man. I really don't know because it's so hard to tell. Only thing you can do is just go by the people who have never failed the drug test. If you never failed the drug test and you enrolled in the clean boxing program and you never failed the drug test, then I would say those guys are clean. I would say those guys are clean. You get what I'm saying? So Wilder, Terrence Crawford, Jamel Charlo. I don't think Maul ever got popped dirty. Neither Jamal Charlo. Tank Davis ain't never got popped with anything. I don't know if they're enrolled in the clean program or not, but I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Val. It's very, very hard for me to even guess. It's very hard for me to even guess. And it's really impossible for me to say, dog. Because you know what I mean. I really don't know. I really don't know. It's just too hard. I don't even have enough information to even form an educated guess. I would just have to say that if they haven't popped, then they clean. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, Clarissa Shields, they never popped for anything. So you get what I'm saying? Shout out to GGS. He said that big money dudes could be using designer drugs. Yeah, like the big money guys, Usyk. Yeah. The big money guys. He say Hippity and Cookie be on the juice too. Hey, look here, man. Listen. Over here at New Media Today USA, boxing promotions. My fighters are clean. We ain't enrolled in nothing. Just take our word for it. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, finna knock one of you Wakanda niggas out. Nigga, I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at the nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke. Nigga, I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook. Nigga, check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got you backing up, nigga. I got you backing up. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Yeah, we clean. We clean over here. Hey, my fight is clean over here, dog. All my fight is clean over here. My fight is clean. They don't eat chocolate-covered strawberries. They ain't kissing dudes on their neck. They ain't dancing, grinding no dudes on butt cheeks. And they friends ain't saying they sweet. They ain't pitching and catching. My fight is clean over here. Oh, Lord, I swear to God, when I see that whole ass nigga coach me like highways, I'm gonna put them paws on them. Nigga, Wakanda forever, bitch. Oh, Lord, he threw Wakanda through that fence. Wakanda is dead. Oh, Lord. Now, sources say one of my fighters had a little something in the system, but I plead the fifth on that. I ain't got nothing to say about that. It's too great. I'm just saying though, dog. I'm just saying though, we clean over here, baby boy. We clean over here, man. Hey, he said, good luck finding a fighter testing with every agency. No deep pockets for that. If you're not a top tier A-level fighter. As a matter of fact, check this out. Hey, pugilism. I'm glad you said something, fam. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Where's Let me pull this up, fam. Let me pull this up. I got Let me pull this up. Hold on. That's Sugar Shane Mosley right there. Let me pull. Where is that? Where is that? Because I got an interview. I just saw an interview with I saw an interview with Chris Eubank, right? Oh man, I think I saw an interview with Chris Eubank. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I just saw an interview, and he said something of the sort that he can't really talk too much about it or say much or something. Oh man, it's down here. I have it right here. I have it right here. Hold on, guys. I got you. That's that one there. Hold on, guys. I just saw this interview with doggone Chris Eubank Jr., man. And it was I want y'all to hear this. Just listen to what he's saying right here, bro. It's like, man, come on, man. Like Booster say, come on, man. Man, come on, man. I was thinking about Booster, but man, come on. Hey, he was Chris Eubank was he said Chris Eubank said something about he's clean. I know you guys probably seen it. I know y'all probably seen it. Damn, I know y'all probably seen it. He broke his, that was that one that he broke his silence about it. I know y'all seen it, bro. But he was saying something of the sort that he didn't really know much of anything. He don't know no more than, I think this is it right here. He said something about he don't know no more than what information was out there. And then the guy who was asking him the questions, he was like, man, I can't really say nothing. I can't really say nothing. You know, I'm not at liberty to talk. Oh, here you go, right here. I got it right here. I found it right here, guys. Check this out. Check this out, guys. I got it right here. I found it. Shout out to Fight Hype. I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only.
Really appreciate you making the time.
I do not own the rights to this material. It's for educational purposes only. Listen to this a little bit.
And to come and speak to us, I imagine quite a surreal day ahead of what was already one of the biggest weeks of, if not the biggest week of your professional life. And we hear that you had a phone call from Conor Benn this morning. What can you tell us about the conversation you had together?
There was no phone call.
All right, so basically what he was saying was, this is it right here. This is the interview right here. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I just wanted you guys to hear. You know, they asked him, did you have a phone call with Conor Benn? He said there's no phone call. They asked him what does he think about, you know, Conor Benn getting popped and stuff like that. He said, hey man, you know, it was just weird. Hold on.
For a fight during this training camp.
I want you to look at his facial expression. Like, again, these guys knew. I mean, he knew. I guess he said, I want to fight him anyway, so he didn't give a damn. Who knows? Hold on, let me show you guys this. Once again, I do not own the rights to this material for educational purposes only. Just gonna play a little bit of it.
I have an app on my phone where, you know, I have to designate where I'm going to be every single day. And I've been on that app for my entire career, and I will be on it for the rest of my career.
Well, I want to show you something.
Designate where
he talks about an app that he has, right? Hold on. He talks about an app that he has that tracks him everywhere he goes, so that the drug agencies, whenever they want to test him, they could just pop up on him and test him. This is what he talked. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Than I've ever been tested for a fight during this training camp. I have an app on my phone where, you know, I have to designate where I'm going to be every single day, and I've been on that app for my entire career. And
So he said he'd been on the app for an entire career. He's never popped. That's basically what he's saying. He never popped dirty for anything. And then they asked him a certain part of the interview. They asked him about, you know, how do you feel about it? And he said he's not at liberty to say anything. He can't really say much. So maybe he has a gag order on him or something. I don't know. Maybe he has a gag order on him. Hey, what you say? You say he got a low jack app. He said low jack app. Oh no, man. Hold on.
Career, and they can come and test me, blood, urine, unannounced whenever they see fit, and I've never failed a test. I've even been tested on holiday.
Okay. So he broke it down. Hold on, let me see something.
I can do is be ready.
There were already concerns about the rehydration clause, the weight. Your position with regards to the weight, the rehydration. Are you looking to push for any changes under the stipulations of which this fight will take place?
Of course, there's concerns, but you know, I'm ready. I'm a clean fighter. I prepared.
So he said he ready. He a clean fighter. He prepared. I'm going to get to the part of what I wanted you to hear though.
I've cut the weight. I'm ready to go. You know, this is all. It's all unfolding. You know, I'm in as much know as you guys are.
He said I'm in as much know as you guys are. Boy, hush. Hey, he knew what time it was. Hey, what did it say? You say it was in court already. It was in court already. I don't know what y'all talking about. You get what I'm saying though? You get what I'm saying? Did the aerosexual leave, or is he still here? I think I ran him off the block. Yeah, I think I ran that aerosexual off the block. That Texas Bulldog, I think I ran his bitch ass off the block. He's gone. He's gone. Don't never come back. Don't never come back. I don't like you. Shout out to Tobin Time. He said AJ gave you urine services too. What you say? You say one of the Paul brothers will step in. Okay. One of the Paul brothers, bruh. I'm just like everybody got to get their money back. You know the problem about all of this, guys, is this. This is the problem. They shoulda. What'd you say? Don't worry, you blocked them. No, you didn't have to block them. You didn't have to block them. No, you didn't. No, don't block them. Don't block them. You didn't have to block them. You didn't have to block them. If you blocked them, I'm gonna unblock them. You didn't have to block him. You didn't have to block them. I'm gonna unblock them. Yeah, man. So you know it is what it is, man. Like these guys, I'll unblock them after the show, whatever. Yeah, these guys, I think, again, Chris Eubank, he knew. He knew what time it was, and stuff like that. But he was still willing to go ahead. I heard that they was in the process of, they made some concessions to the stuff that he agreed to. And there wasn't going to be any rehydration clause or nothing like that. There wasn't going to be any rehydration clause, and he didn't have to cut weight to below the 160 mark. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm unblocked Texas Bulldog. Texas Bulldog, you just been unblocked. Knockdown 305, what did it say? You say those other fighters shouldn't be punished for one dirty player. Yeah, but I totally agree with that too, though. Because you can't say every fighter is doing it. You know what I mean? But you can just only go by what, like Paulie Margellani, he said that everybody's doing it. That's what Paulie says. So I'm like, okay, Paul, if you say everybody doing it, were you doing it when you was boxing? You get what I'm saying? Because when you point fingers, you're gonna have three coming back at you. So, you know, if and I know Paulie is adamant about that. Paulie used to say that Manny Pacquiao was on it as well. He said, yeah, Manny Pacquiao's definitely. Paulie Margellani used to say that. Paulie used to say that. Floyd Mayweather used to say it, and Roger Mayweather used to say it. And then I think he sued. I think Manny sued Floyd, and then they wasn't saying it anymore. That cut out. And then I don't know about Paulie. I don't know about Paulie. What you say on Old Dirty Boxing? You say it's postponed, so maybe they'll renegotiate the terms. Yeah, they should renegotiate the terms. You know what, Old Dirty Boxing? They should renegotiate the terms. You know what they should do, fam? Guess what, baby boy? Guess what? This is what we're gonna do. We fighting at 160, my weight limit. We fighting at 160, my weight limit. We're gonna fight at 160, my weight limit. I'm gonna need to get paid more money. And if I don't get paid more money, what we gonna do? We gonna fight at my weight limit, no rehydration clause. That's the terms of the new agreement. Yesterday's agreement is not today's agreement. You broke that first agreement when you got popped dirty. even though we knew about it and we still was going to fight. But once I think, you know, Chris Eubanks Sr. leaked the information out. Once he leaked the information out, sources say, quote unquote, sources say, because he didn't want the fight to go on anyways. Once he leaked the information out, then, you know what I mean? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's Jerry, Coach. What's happening?
Jerry, talk to me.
You know, I was talking to on a show last night. If you look at the fighters in the PED era, the last maybe 30 years or so, if you look at a list of the guys, it's literally a who's who of boxing. James Toney, Fernando Vargas, Shane Mosley, Canelo Alvarez, Shannon Briggs, Billy Joe Sanders, the other cat that fights with Canelo in the same camp.
Oscar Valdez.
Valdez. Man, it's literally a who's who. Me personally, I'm against the performance enhancement drugs, but Paulie Malignaggi, I would bet everything I own. He's telling you the truth. That guy's all the way on the inside of boxing, right? He's a two-time former world champ. He's going to be privy to a lot more inside dirt than just about anybody else. And I believe him when he says that. It's just some guys just don't get caught. I like Manny Pacquiao. I love Manny. He was a hell of a fighter. He ain't never tested dirty. But if you ask me, yeah, I think him and Marquez. I think Marquez when he moved up and when he fought Pacquiao in that last fight at 147. I mean, you can look at his body, man.
Yeah, he was ripped. Yeah, Marquez is huge.
Yeah. that motherfucker doubled overnight.
Yeah, Marquez, he ain't never looked like that. He ain't never looked like that. Yeah.
No, he never looked like that. He was always a fit fighter, like most of these guys. But now he's fit and twice as thick. Manny himself, head swollen up like a soccer ball. Shane Mosley. If you would have asked me back in the day, who's the last guy that you would have thought would have used, I would have said Shane Mosley. But I remember before his second fight with Oscar, which is a fight he tested dirty for that fight. In the piece leading up to it, they showed him squatting like 500 or 600 pounds. I mean, a ridiculous fucking amount of weight for a 150-pound motherfucker. But he's squatting this amount of weight, and his body is just ripped the fuck to shreds, and his head is round like a soccer ball. That's what they say a lot of those steroids and shit do, make your head round, and you do see that a lot. And swole, and look like it's swole, you know. And so I'm not surprised at all that Ben tested positive, because he's at a weight disadvantage there, and he's done that the same reason the other fighters do it, to get a competitive edge. I would bet that when Brook moved up to fight Golovkin, because if you looked at Brook in that fight, now Brook is a highly conditioned guy, right? So he's got good genetics, so he's a very fit looking dude. But when he moved up to 160 to fight Golovkin, if you remember, he looked heavier, but he wasn't 1 ounce of fat on him. You know what I mean? He looked good at that weight, really. I mean, yeah, he came up from 147, but it ain't like that, you know, and he was a big welterweight too, you know, so consider that. But my point is, I mean, this guy was incredibly fit, 2 weight classes above where he was fighting at. And so, yeah, you know, a lot of times these guys get caught. Baby Miller, this one and that one, and then, you know, other times they don't get caught.
Do you think that like with the UCAD, well, of course UCAD allowed VADA and them to administer the drug test, so I finally understand that now. But do you think that like these fighters that's big for the weight division, I'm not talking about heavyweights, but I'm talking about, like, let's say I fight at junior middleweight, and I'm like 6'2", 6'3", and you see what I'm saying? My walk around weight is way, you know, I'm like some of these welterweights, they walk around at 190, 190 pounds or something like that, 185, 190, and then they cut all the way down to 147, right? I mean, I'm just saying for me, like, how do you think those, do you think those guys can safely make a weight like that without taking any enhancers?
No, and they do take diuretics. It's just if you're doing it by the books, you take the legal ones because they have all sorts of legal ones, and they also have like that snack program. I mean, Victor Conte was the gangster of steroids. Once he got caught and he did his time or he paid his fine, whatever, he just went on to the legal side because what they do allow, it's a pick and choose thing. It's really a bunch of bullshit, really. They even got one. They even got drugs that they allow you to take right up to the week of the fight. That's why Oscar Valdez was allowed to fight when he tested dirty, because the time he took with taking that drug, it wasn't illegal to take it. You just can't take it up until the week of the fight. It's what they call a week of drug. Right? Yeah, and Billy Joe Sanders, the same thing, but I think in England, you can take it right up to the day of the fight. You can take it right up to the day of the fight, but you just can't take it the day of the fight. So when he tested, that's why it really wasn't that much of a, you heard about it, but it really wasn't that much of a big news because of that technicality. So really that snack program, I've always looked at that like, well, that's just Conte working within the rules of what they do allow, and it's arbitrary of what they allow and what they don't allow, and they might allow it up to the week, and then they might not allow it up to the day. They'll change shit, like at the WBC changed the Buterol for Canelo. Mayweather, the drug injection he would get for his hands is illegal in most commissions, but not in Vegas, coincidentally. You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot of crock of shit. Now, fundamentally, I'm against it. I'd rather none of these athletes, boxers in particular, be doing shit like that. But I would agree with Malignaggi. Most of them are doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In all the sports. Hey, Jared, thank you for calling in, fam. Thank you for calling in. Shout out to Jared, man. Shout out to Jared. Yes, sir. Yeah. Shout out to Texas Bulldog. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Texas Bulldog say, as far as Ben goes, kind of makes you question his past KOs. And you know what? I was saying the same thing. You hit the nail right on the head. You have to question everything with this guy. Like, that's the thing. Once you get popped, it taints everything that you did in the past. Like, damn, okay, well, you knocked this dude out. And Conor has this, like he's angry all the time, like he's, psyched out all the time, kind of like a roid rage, right? And that's how people interpreted it anyways. But it's like he's just, when he come in the ring, you get what I'm saying? And I'm like, why is this dude always angry and mad? And now everyone is looking at that. Okay, when you knocked out Chris Algieri, were you on something then? And yeah, you get what I'm saying? So his reputation is done. Just like Sugar Shane's reputation was done. Just like Roy Jones' reputation was done. Just like Shannon Briggs, Gerald Big Baby Miller, he can forget it. he done, right? Hell, King Kong Ortiz got popped twice and he was still able to fight. So I think once that happens, especially when you get popped twice, it's like, come on, dog. Dog, you got popped twice, dog. Like, again. The first one you had an excuse. What's the excuse the second time? You get what I'm saying? So, when you get popped twice, it's something else.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
He said, I told you they blocked me. Yeah, I just unblocked you. You ain't got to worry about that. Y'all don't block Texas Bulldog. Don't block him. Don't block him. Don't block nobody. If they're not, the rules of getting blocked is this. If they disrespect, if you attack women, right? Now, I'm not even talking about the women. If the women in the chat going out snapping on the men and the men going back off on them, that's fair game. But I'm saying if you're saying like hellacious stuff like, you want to cause physically bodily harm to women or attack children, those are rules for blocking. I told y'all to block Jason Momoa bitch ass yesterday because I just didn't want to deal with him. But I'm going to unblock Jason Momoa. I will unblock him. He'll get blocked, unblock. When he start doing too much. I know to block him, get him out the way because I don't want to deal with him. But yeah, don't block nobody. Don't block nobody. He said, yeah, I agree. He said way too many substances out there now. Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is though. It is what it is though. It is what it is. So you know, you get what I'm saying? It is what it is as it relates to what's going on. Shit, my thing is this here. You're right though. You got to question everything with Conor. How let me ask y'all a question. How does Conor Benn get his reputation back? What you said Holyfield, Evander Holyfield, did he get caught with drugs? Did he get caught with I'm trying to say, was that officially on record? AI, what you say? You say Ortiz was taking high blood pressure medicine. He's an old man. True. Hey, Ortiz got popped twice, but what 1 foot out the door? What you say, a public apology tour? A public apology tour, okay. I would say Tommy, I forgot all about Tommy Morrison. Tommy Morrison, yeah, I forgot all about Tommy Morrison. PBC Central, you say he can't. Okay. You know what though? I don't at PBC Central, do you think he can? Or I mean, of course, you think there's no way he could like, you get what I'm saying, redeem himself? It seemed like people forgave Tyson Fury. Shout out to my sister Arlette. It seemed like Tyson Fury fans forgave him. It seemed like yeah, so Lou, what you say? Yeah, Lou, yeah, memorabilia. You say, coach, yeah, another fake boxer cheat. You say Evander Holyfield never tested positive. Stop the cap, yo. Yeah, like I remember there was rumors of the Holyfield being on performance enhancement drugs, but I never remember him actually being caught being found dirty. You get what I'm saying? I don't remember him actually ever being popped. I'm gonna say Evans Fields was receiving steroids at the same address Evander Holyfield lived at. Hey, you know what? Hey, Rockbond. You know what? You know, now that I think about it, dog, I think I kind of remember something like that. Wasn't it, hey, Rockbond, wasn't it, damn, you know what? You might be on to something. Wasn't it that something did come to Evander Holyfield's house and people found out about it? He said Evander just got caught buying them. Yeah, that's what it was. Hey, Morgan, that's what it was. He got caught. Yeah, so he got caught with some roids, some not either. I don't know if it was steroids or not, but performance enhancers was delivered to his house. Yeah, I remember that. The eye test though, but Evander Holyfield did look, yeah, absolutely. Now, you know what? I totally agree with that. He did look jacked up. With the Mike Tyson fight, all that stuff, he did look jacked up. But he never got caught. He never got popped. But I'm not gonna lie, I remember that like it was yesterday. Doggone Evander Holyfield, that was the big rumor about Evander Holyfield. They're like, man, did he look like he was on something, dog? He looked like he was on something. You know what I mean? If you look at the first Riddick Bowe fight and then look at the second Riddick Bowe fight. Look at Evander Holyfield in the second Riddick Bowe fight. But he never got caught with anything, to my knowledge. But I remember that was the major rumor speculation about Evander Holyfield. Shout out to Jamario. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, I feel like Conor Benn would have to apologize to the fans and Chris Eubank. And Conor next fight, he'll have to test clean for everything and win. You know the crazy part about it, Jamario? In order for him to apologize, he's going to have to acknowledge that he did something wrong.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Now, hey, Jamario, let me show you this. Do you consider this an apology? He says, I'm truly gutted that we're unable to make this fight happen on Saturday, and I'm sorry to everyone who has been affected by this postponement. I am still completely shocked and surprised by this, and it has been a tough couple of days. My team and I will consider the next options, including rescheduling the fight. But my immediate focus is on clearing my name because I'm a clean athlete. He's still holding that he's a clean athlete. And you can't really look at this as an apology because he's not apologizing that he did something wrong because he's not even acknowledging that he did anything wrong. So that's not an apology. I think I answered my own question. That's not an apology. You get what I'm saying though? He said Peyton Manning got caught his last season, settled and retired. Now want to come back. Just had to throw that in. Yeah, old Peyton Manning. Old Peyton Manning, yeah. Myron, I had damn, I'm trying to think. I don't even remember that. I don't even remember that, Myron. I believe you, fam, but I'm saying I didn't even remember that. Peyton got popped. We need 43 more likes. 43 more likes. We need 300. 43 more likes. Now hit the like button for me. You get what I'm saying? Like, how is he? Yeah, that ain't no damn apology. Yeah, because he had to admit he did something wrong. Hey, shout out to Jamario. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Yeah. You right. You right, Jamario. He said, hell no, that wasn't an apology. He needs to take account. He didn't take any accountability. That's true.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, what you say, fam? You said Holyfield. You said Holyfield had heart issues in his prime. Are red flags of PED usage. Yeah, I remember that. Holyfield had he was having heart issues because he didn't understand why he couldn't breathe. Arlette said, Brady, yeah, a strong possibility on that. He never got popped dirty for anything. Arlette, but I don't know. Are you aware that he got popped dirty with anything, Tom Brady? Arlette? But yeah, Holyfield had heart issues, and I remember he paid a lot of money to that preacher in Orlando. Benny Hinn? Benny Hinn. He gave Benny Hinn millions of dollars, and Holyfield came back. I think he kind of like retired for a little short time, and he came back to Boston. He said that God healed his heart after he paid the preacher Benny Hinn millions of dollars. But I remember that like it was yesterday, boy. Shout out to Boston Gyms. Salute Boston Gyms. Shout out to Boston Gyms. Check this out. Hold on. I'm glad. Hey, Teddy Near. Check this out. Boy, I got something for you. But you just brought something up to me. You said I'll forgive Conor if he fights Boots next. Check this out. I gotta show you this. Y'all check this out. Conor said right here, right? Y'all check this out. Conor Benn says right here, this is on the boxing scene. So you know I'm not making this up. This on the boxing scene, guys. He says, I'll take Spence Crawford fights all day long. They're only human, ain't they? Now, this is what he said October the 6th. This was, what the day is? What, the day the 6th? Yeah, the day the 6th. Today, Thursday, right? It says, confidence and ambition obviously aren't issues for Conor Benn. He's a very confident guy, right? And a lot of people say he's very confident because he always had a tactical advantage over his opponent. He's always going to be labeled with that. The son of British boxing legend Nigel Benn agreed to move up 2 weight classes to challenge Chris Eubank Jr. Okay, we ought to know what's up with that, right? The 26-year-old Benn acknowledged, well, here you go right here. It said Benn also thinks that he can compete with the 2 top welterweights in the sport, Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford. At this stage of his 6-year pro career, both Crawford and Spence are commonly considered among the top 5 fighters pound for pound in boxing. The 26-year-old Conor Benn, and this is the 26-year-old Conor Benn, acknowledged their superior positions in the 147-pound division, but he is convinced he would belong in the ring with either fighter. This is what he said right here. I would take that. He said, I would take the fight all day long. Benn told Garrett Davies. I don't even like Garrett Davies. He's a Tyson Fury. He's a Tyson Fury cum drinker. Garrett Davies for the Zone on Off the Cuff segment produced to promote his showdown with Chris Eubank. He said, I'll take that fight all day long. I mean, they're only human, ain't they? I got to a stage now where it really don't bother me. At the end of the day, it's very rare my back's up against the wall. But when it is, I fancy it. So he's saying that he'll get in the ring with those 2 guys. So this is what I have to say. You don't need to try to get in the ring with Crawford and Spence. If you really want to smoke Conor Benn, guess what? Get in the ring with Virgil Ortiz and Jaron Ennis.
True.
If you shout out to Just a Fan, man, salute to Just a Fan, man, salute for renewing the membership. Hey, you'll fight Errol Spence and you'll fight Terrence Crawford. No, you don't need to jump the Spence and Crawford. No, you need to go. It's some jitterbugs around your age. It's some young jitterbugs that's not too far from you, a couple of years older than you, a couple of years younger than you, whatever the case may be, or maybe a year or 2 younger, something like that. It's some jitterbugs you can fight over here in the U.S. You can fight Boost and Jaron Boost Ennis, and you can fight Virgil Ortiz. Show us what you got against them.
True.
Show us what you got against them. PBC Central said, he said, Benn will never be forgiven. He said, but I did forgive Canelo for beating up Plant and losing to Bivol. Shout out to Lisa Bales. You said, Coach, I didn't know the story of Evander Holyfield and Benny Hinn. Yeah, Benny Hinn. Benny Hinn, he was a preacher out of Orlando. He was a Hispanic. He was a Hispanic preacher too. Holyfield used to give him thousands. He gave him millions of dollars, and he's supposed to heal Holyfield heart or something like that. And Holyfield came back. And he came back the 3rd time or something. Got his ass beat by Riddick Bowe. He was winning that fight too. Holyfield looked jacked. Like he looked jacked up. Like he looked jacked. Bro, like when I go back and look at some of those fights, because Holyfield packed on muscle in order to fight the bigger Riddick Bowe. Because Riddick Bowe was huge. So he packed on muscle, and then Holyfield fought in the pocket. He liked to catch. He liked to block, come back and counter. Holyfield fought right there in the pocket, bro. He stayed right there, bro. He was good at countering the pocket. Yeah, man. Shout out to Myron. Hey, okay. Boston Logic United for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Garrett Davies reminds me of a backup singer for Rolling Stones. Not a boxing analyst, but he is funny in my opinion. Yeah. I think I know you talking about.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, man. Arlette say Benny Hinn was a con artist, reverend from Orlando. Yeah, I used to live in Orlando, right? Arlette. I used to ride right by his church. His church is on it wasn't on Edgewater. Was it on Edgewater? Oh, where that church was at. Because I used to live in Pine, not Pine. I lived in Pine Hills in Orlando. But I used to live in Rosemont. And it was a Wildmore Road. This was a Wildmore Road or Edgewater. It was one of them. I forgot the name of the street it was. I think it was the Wildmore Road or Edgewater, one of the two. I used to ride by that church though. I used to ride by that church. Jaime Rivera, what's going on, family? Say, Coach, being messed up the payday for the fighters in the undercard, man. Yeah, the fighters on the undercard who trained, who wanted to fight. Yeah, he messed that up. Yeah, Sand Lake Road, that's what it is. Sand Lake Road, yeah. It was on Sand Lake. No. Was it Sand Lake? No, because I used to ride Sand Lake. You could take Sand Lake going to like Disney and stuff like that. Like we used to take the back way. You know, it might have been Sand Lake Road. You're right. It might have been Sand Lake Road. It might have been Sand Lake Road. It might have been Sand Lake Road. Yeah, it might have been Sand Lake Road. It's been so long. I used to drive by it all the time. Steven, what you say, family? You say, yep, a lot of bodybuilders drop dead in their 40s and 50s. Yeah, man, their heart give out because the thing is, when they're competing, and you know, like a lot of those guys, and I trained with a lot of them. I trained with professional wrestlers when it was WWF. Trained with when they had WCW. I like British Bulldogs. I met hold on. Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Coach? This is Adrian, D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Scope in the hood. Right here, Coach. I'm right here.
What's going on, fam?
I got one and I got two, and that's it.
All right, go ahead.
Look, Nigel Benn, what do you think about this? So Nigel Benn is going to be suspended at least for a year, man. He has to be. What do you think about that, Coach?
No, you mean Conor.
Yeah, Conor Benn. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah. What do you think about that, Coach?
No, I don't think he's going to get suspended.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get suspended. I mean, he passed all of the drug tests for UCAD.
Wow.
For UCAD, he's not going to get suspended because he's.
So they did VADA. They did VADA testing too.
They did VADA and WADA.
Wow. So then, what the hell's the big deal then? I mean,
man, I don't know, bro.
Okay, I'm more confused than Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence right now. Anyway, I got the second question, and I've always wanted to ask somebody this, which is you, Coach. That somebody is you, Coach. Do you really think that, and it's off subject, but it's about boxing and it's about Florida. Do you really think that Roy Jones Jr. beat Tarver in that first fight? And I'll tell you something, my opinion right here, my opinion is Roy Jones should have never given him a rematch. Roy Jones was coming down from weight, and he beat Tarver, and Tarver had less fights than him, and then Roy Jones proved himself with history. What do you think about that, Coach? Do you think Jones won that fight? And also, do you think that Jones should have given him the rematch? Just saying, right there. What do you think, Coach?
All right. The first fight, I thought Antonio Tarver edged it out. I'm gonna tell you why I say edged it, but I can see maybe what the judges was looking at, because Antonio Tarver lost, in my opinion, he lost the championship rounds. I think round 10, 11, and 12, he kind of like took the gas off, and I think that's what swayed the judges to give it to Jones. That's one. Two, Roy Jones never should have rematched him, because once Roy Jones went,
there you go.
Once Roy Jones went all the way up to heavyweight, once you went all up to heavyweight, you can't go all the way back down to, I think, they fought at light heavy, right? I think he fought him at light heavy.
Yeah, 175, 175.
You went up to heavyweight, and then you lost like 20-something pounds, 25 pounds or whatever.
A lot.
25 pounds. I think when he fought John Ruiz, he came in at like 200, 205 pounds, something like that, maybe. 205 pounds. And then you came all the way down 25 to 30 pounds to fight Antonio Tarver. That was stupid.
It was.
That was stupid. Once Roy Jones did that, he was done.
Yeah. And one aspect in there, Coach, and I'm leaving, I promise, I'm leaving. Do you think that if he would have if he would have just stayed at heavyweight, let's just say that was his Don song, like, see you later, farewell, and he would have won that heavyweight. He won the heavyweight championship for the world.
He won the title.
Do you think if he would have retired right there, he would have been legitimately top 5 pound for pound fighters of all time?
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, because there was a lot of fighters that fought, but you can make an argument for him being top 5 or at least top 10. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that at all.
Thank you, Coach. That's all I wanted to know today. Thank you so much. I appreciate you like always.
All right, yes, man. Shout out to Adrian, man. Shout out to Adrian. Yeah, shout out to Adrian, man. Shout out to Boston Jim's. What you say, fam? You say that was before the first fight with Tarver, wasn't it? What you mean? Yeah. He fought John Ruiz. Yeah, that was before the first fight. He fought John Ruiz. Then he came back down. He lost like 20-something, 30 pounds, almost 30 pounds. And he fought he wasn't the same. He looked weak. He like you knew something was off with him. You knew something was off with him. He looked weak. He didn't look the same. But then of course he lost his athleticism. So because Roy Jones used to do a lot of stuff in boxing that you just shouldn't do. The leaping left hook. You know for a fact you don't do no leaping left hook. You leap in the air, but he was fast enough to get away with a lot of that stuff. You get what I'm saying? So once Roy Jones' athleticism left, he didn't have any fundamentals. The fundamentals wasn't there. Fundamentals wasn't there anymore. Because Roy Jones wasn't a fundamentally sound fighter. He was very unorthodox. He did a lot of things that you know what I mean? He used to leave his chin in the air when he do the leaping left hook and stuff like that. But he was so fast, he can get away with it. He can get away with it. But once that athleticism left him, he was just Clark Kent. Shout out to Napoleon. Hey, okay. For dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Nigel out here condoning his son using when he knows firsthand from McClellan. McClellan. Yeah, you're right about that. He said, I wonder if he was clean that night now. He had the nerve to cry after seeing Gerald. I don't know, man. I really don't know, bro, if he was clean or not.
From the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
He said the 2 Tarver fights was after the heavyweight. Yeah, after the heavyweight. Yeah. Out of Butterthrow, he said he lost 25 pounds of muscle. Yeah, you don't go up that high then come all the way back down. For what? That was Roy Jones. Roy Jones was very egotistical too. Roy Jones, he a Capricorn like me, but he had an ego. Roy had an ego. Roy had an ego, man. Roy had an ego. And then he just kept fighting after that, getting knocked out. Like, man, listen, I hated to see Roy Jones. Hey, Boston Jim's, the way Roy Jones had went out, it hurted me to see him do that. Cause I was, he a Florida boy. Man, I was a fanboy of Roy Jones around that time, man. It hurted me to see him keep fighting. Bro. And he was got knocked out in Russia. I remember watching him. I remember watching him in the corner one time. He was like, "Oh, I'm so tired. Oh man, I'm so tired." And he got up, and the dude from Russia knocked him out. And bro, I thought he was dead. I was like, man. I was like, damn, dog. Bro, I was like, man, why y'all letting this dude continue to fight? You get what I'm saying? I'm like, I love Roy. I was like, damn, why y'all still letting this man fight, man? Tarver knocked him out. Glenn Johnson knocked him out. He was just, bro, and he wanted to keep fighting. Like, for what? You get what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I was just like, man, damn, bro. Hey, Blood. I didn't, boy, it hurted me to see that. It hurted me to see that, dog. Hey, that's just like when bro, I was, and I'm telling you guys, that's why I know about being a fanboy, because I was so emotionally invested in Roy. I was like, man, god damn, dog. I remember when Roy won the light heavyweight title, when he fought McClellan. He fought him in Tampa. Fought him in Tampa at the they had just built an arena in Tampa where the Tampa Bay Lightning play at, where the hockey team play at. They built an arena right there. They have all the concerts right there right now. That was in 1990. Was that 96? I want to say 1996. 1996. I was at that fight. Matter of fact, I had front row. I was right by the ring. I was right in front. I was right next to the ring. Right next to the ring. I was right there. I had a sharp ass. I was in the nation at that time. I had on a pair. I remember the suit I had on. I had a royal blue suit. I had a royal blue suit with some cream colored gators. I had a royal blue suit with some cream colored gators. I remember that. Royal blue suit with some cream colored gators. I remember that. Like I was like, man, I think we need 15 more likes, guys. Hey, y'all help me out. I need 15 more likes. 15 more likes. Yeah, man, I was right there, bro. I was right there. And then to see Roy go out like that, I was like, man, god damn, dog. I was like, damn. Shout out to the brothers out there in Detroit and in Chicago, put me up on the Gators. They put me up on the Gators, man, that Savior's Day. Look here, brother, you got to get some Gators, dog. You know, them Detroit players and Chicago players they put me up on the Gator game. They put me up on the Gator game. He said Roy was captivating though. You don't get many athletes like that in the sport. Yeah, but Roy used to if you like to watch Roy in the ring. Roy did things that you teach a fighter not to do. Nigga, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Stop leaning your head like this. Stop leaning. He was so quick, like he'll lean his head like this and just leap in with the hook. And he was so fast that his opponents couldn't time him. They couldn't catch him coming in. He was lightning fast, bro. He was lightning fast, bro. At that time, it was Roy Jones, Mike Tyson. In the 90s, Mike Tyson wasn't the same he was in the 80s, but Mike still had a name. Roy Jones stardom took off. He beat Bernard Hopkins, not B-Hop through the ropes. I remember that. I think B-Hop fell. He didn't hit the mat, but I think he fell through the ropes. He got tied up in the ropes, something like that. He beat B-Hop. He took off to the next level when he beat James Toney. When he beat Lights Out James Toney, that was his signature fight that took him to the next level. When Roy Jones beat Lights Out. When he beat James Toney. I remember that. When he beat James Toney, that's when he that was the signature fight that took Roy to the next level. That James Toney fight. Shout out to Retro. He said before he lost his speed edge, he was very hard to defeat for any middle to light heavyweight. You're right about that. Yeah. You right about that, blood. Yeah. Because if when I sit back and look at some old fights of Roy, I say, man, he doing stuff that no fighter should be doing. But he was fast enough to get away with it. You can't teach what Roy Jones was doing in the ring. You can't teach that. You say, I swear I thought James Toney was going to take him out. Hey, you know what? I knew James Toney was in trouble. Hey, I knew James Toney was that guy. James Toney was that guy. Bro, hold on, man. Y'all, hey, blood. They bringing me back, dog. They bringing me back. Let me go ahead and do this, blood. Blood, let me go ahead and do this, dog. They bringing me back now. Oh, Gina. Blood, they bringing me back, dog. They bringing me back. Boy, goddamn. Blood, they bringing me back now. They bringing me back, blood. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. But Lights Out James Toney, boy, let me tell you something, bro. Bro, I didn't appreciate, James Lights Out Toney is one of my favorite fighters. Always been, right? But now that I'm older, I appreciate James Toney so much more. I'm like, dog, that dude was the truth, dog. Bro, if you want to understand how to fight in the pocket, in the inside fight game, I know y'all like these jitterbugs. Y'all like to talk about Floyd Mayweather. Yo, Floyd with the shoulder roll and all that stuff there. No. The best shoulder roll I've ever seen was Lights Out James Toney. Hands down, Lights Out. I look at Floyd, I look at Lights Out. To me, there's no comparison. I'm saying to me. Because now Floyd was a bad boy. Fast as all outdoors, foot speed, hand speed. He was a bad boy, super featherweight, lightweight. He was a bad boy. I can't take nothing from him. But bro, I learned to appreciate the pocket presence of James Toney. He was so smooth with it and slick with it. If you want to see a slick fighter, Somebody talking about the other slick black fighter. That's a slick black fighter, James Toney. I advise any fighter to study him. And I don't think really can't nobody really do what he did. He was just a gifted guy. Let's look at this though. Let's look at this here. Lights out. He had 92 fights. God, 47 knockouts, 77 wins, 10 losses. Okay. He couldn't beat Montel Griffin though. And you know what? That's something I couldn't understand. He could not beat Montel Griffin. Roy Jones beat Montel Griffin, but James Lights Out Tony couldn't beat Montel Griffin. He could beat Dyson. He could beat I knew James Toney was in trouble. When Roy Jones got into James Toney's head, and he tricked James Toney into fighting in his style. I remember when Roy stood in front of James Toney and he did like this, open his hands up, because Roy Jones used to fight roosters. So he said he learned that in a cockfight. When the roosters spread their wings like this here, and James Toney did the same thing, and when he did that, Roy did the leaping left hook. And hit him. He kind of hit him and pushed him a little bit, and then James Toney was trying to keep from falling, and he kind of like fell down in the corner. I think they scored that a knockdown. And James Toney went to talk about he was sick and all that stuff there. But here you go right here, though. James Toney, though, bro. Right now, dog, let me tell you something, bro. This dude right here was something special, bro. James Toney was something special, fam. This dude was something special, bro. I really learned to appreciate James Toney, bro. Let me tell you something. James Toney beat Michael Benson, stopped him in the 11th round. 1991. He came back and beat Reggie Johnson in the split decision. He stopped Francesca Del Aquila. Then he came back. He had a draw against Mike McCallum. Now, I heard that they used to spar a lot. That's what I heard. They used to spar a lot. He had a draw against Mike McCallum. He came back and he fought Mike McCallum a year later. And he beat him in the majority decision. That's one of the best fights I've seen. And then he beat doggone Iran Barkley. Stopped Iran Barkley in the 9th round. James Toney beat this man to death, man. He beat Iran Barkley to death. I felt sorry for Iran Barkley. Like this dude here, man, beat Glenn Thomas. Beat Danny Garcia. He made Danny Garcia retire. Tony Thornton. I remember watching this fight right here. He fought Roy Jones. He lost 2 back-to-back. He fought Roy Jones. I remember this unanimous decision. And then he lost to Montel Griffin, a majority decision. That was at light heavyweight. That was his first fight at light heavyweight when he fought Montel Griffin. That was his first fight at light heavyweight. A lot of people thought that, James Lights Out Tony Pollard was through. And then after that, he kind of like went on a little tear. Like James Toney fought everybody, dog. Fought Montel Griffin again. Lost to Montel Griffin again. Then he fought Mike McCallum again in 97, and he beat him. Beat Terry Porter. Man, this dude, Terry McGroom. Man, this man fought everybody. Bro, Vasily Girov. This guy was a monster at cruiserweight. Thank you. He from Kazakhstan. Same place Gennady Golovkin is, if I'm not mistaken. He put in work against Girov. Beat the brakes off him. And then Evander Holyfield, you see what he did to Evander Holyfield in 2003. Now, Evander Holyfield went in his prime and nothing like that, but that's neither here nor there. He stopped Evander Holyfield in the 9th round. Had a draw against Rock. Bro, this dude fought everybody. Fought Samuel Peters twice, lost. Listen, man, James Toney, bro. If you want to see some good inside fighting, fam, watch James Lights Out Tony, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, fam. I'm gonna tell you another guy to watch if you want to see some good inside fighting. My guy, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, Pernell Whitaker was running, man. Pernell Whitaker don't run. Pernell Whitaker sitting in that pocket, and he had some hell of a footwork. Like Pernell Whitaker, you literally could not hit him. Ask Oscar De La Hoya. Ask Julio Cesar Chavez, Sr. Couldn't hit that dude, man. Not in his prime. You couldn't hit Pernell Whitaker. Man, Pernell Whitaker was so good, dog. Pernell Whitaker was so good. I remember when Me and Blood, I think when Me Blood Boxing, I think Myron Magnus was on this live, Major Key Boxing. we was interviewing Tommy Brooks. Tommy Brooks, and I interviewed him twice. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Tommy Brooks said Pernell Whitaker was so good, because, you know, Georgia Benton was his trainer. Pernell Whitaker was so good that he can stand in front of you, hit you with a 2-3 piece combination, slip any punch that you throw at him, pull your shorts down, and get out of the way before you can even land the punch, and he gone. I remember that. I remember Tommy Brooks said that about Pernell. I was a fanboy of Pernell Whitaker. I ain't gonna lie about Pernell Whitaker. Listen, anybody who beat Pernell Whitaker, I hated him. I hated Tito Trinidad because he broke Pernell Whitaker's jaw in the first round of that fight. Pernell wasn't the same at that time when he fought. But I hated Julio Cesar Chavez because I felt like that Pernell beat the brakes off of him. You know, and he got robbed. They gave him a draw. That was a robbery right there. I didn't like Oscar De La Hoya because of that. And I was the type of fanboy like this here. Once you beat my fighter, the fighter who beat him, or if he didn't get the decision, I hated that fighter who beat him. But what did he say? He said Whitaker was a killer body puncher. Yeah, he was like, oh my Lord, you hit the nail right on the head, bro. Oh my Lord, he was a killer body puncher, deadly accurate. He was a deadly accurate puncher too. Killer body puncher, and he was deadly accurate. He just ain't had no punching power though. He ain't had no punching power, but Lord have mercy. Lord, Boxer Jim say definitely a robbery. Hey, Boxer Jim. Hey, that's how crazy I was, bro. If I was a fanboy of a fighter and you beat my fighter, I'm beefing with you for years. This is gonna take me a long time to even like. I hated Chavez. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just started liking Chavez probably about 10 years ago. I ain't like Julio Cesar Chavez because of that. I remember Julio Cesar Chavez beat the Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather. Roger Mayweather came to the ring with the Mexican hat on and the Mexican flag. Roger Mayweather, the Black Mamba boy. Doggone Roger Mayweather, man. Roger Mayweather came to the ring with the Mexican colors, the Mexican hat. He had the sombrero, the Mexican flag, the colors. I got that. But hey, the Black Mamba say, man, I hit this motherfucker with everything. He wouldn't go nowhere. Yeah, you couldn't. It was hard to beat Chavez. Hard to beat him. That motherfucker take a punch. You can fight Chavez 12 rounds. He wouldn't even have a scar on his face. AI, he say, talking about inside fight in modern day, there is nobody close to Cruz, Andy Cruz, the art in motion. Oh, you talking about modern day? Talking about modern day? Kubar Curry, he say, steroid users don't belong in boxing. I don't care what anybody says. This is the comeback sport. They don't belong. You know what? Shit, hey, guess what? It's going to be a whole lot of people. You're going to be real hurt. You ain't going to have no sport, to be honest with you. Boxing Gym, what did he say? He say footwork was ridiculous. Hey, listen, the footwork was crazy, man. The footwork was crazy. Hey, Boxing Gym, you be studying the fight film. You be studying the fight film, right? And blood boxing do too, right? You know what I loved about Pernell and like I love looking at the footwork, how they set shots up. Bro, like Pernell and his vision in the ring and how Pernell, he'll lock in on you, the way he look at you. And bro, he was so quick. Like his anticipation was spot on. Like it's like he knew this guy finna throw this shot. He finna try to throw this right cross. As soon as he do it, I'ma slip and bop, and he was a southpaw. He knew how to put his weight behind his punches too. He just ain't had no punching power. But boy, that dude was a monster, bro. Boy, that dude, listen. I remember, check this out. I used to hate HBO. I hated Larry Merchant. Larry Merchant, hold on now, listen. I ain't trying to make this racial, but I gotta go here. It seemed like Larry Merchant hated all the black fighters, all the good black fighters. Larry Merchant didn't like, he didn't like Pernell Whitaker. He always criticized Pernell Whitaker. He didn't like Roy Jones. He always criticized Roy Jones. He always criticized James Toney, Lights Out Tony. Who else he used to criticize all the time? Larry Merchant always had some slick. That's how I used to take it when I was in the nation. I said, because I thought he was racist. I said, this old racist motherfucker, man, he always hating on the black fighters. Like, this how I was back then. I'm just being honest with you guys, right? This how I was back then. Like, Larry Merchant always, Floyd Mayweather. Like, bro, no matter what they did, they like, They dominated this guy. Roy, yeah, you did a good, yeah, you beating the guy that we all expected you to beat. You like, look, this man was a champion. What you talking about? Yeah, Roy, but you was far and beyond ahead of this guy, Roy. You know, when are you really going to fight somebody of note? Like Larry Merchant wanted Roy Jones to, like Roy Jones played a basketball game before a fight. And that's what he said in this song. Y'all must have forgot. You had the nerve to say, I ain't fought nobody. I just made them look like nobody. Some fighters are just so exceptional that they make the good fighters look average. Conor, what's your name? Where you calling from?
How you doing, Coach? It's Nigel again from the UK. You okay?
Yeah, Nigel from the UK. Talk to me, fam.
I couldn't help but call in when you're talking about James Turney and Pernell Whitaker, Coach. I couldn't help it, man.
Yeah, man.
I remember, was it recently I watched the Pernell's two fights against Buddy McGirt, who was a damn good fighter in his own right, man. People will think of McGirt as a coach, but as a fighter, he was up there too.
Yeah, really Buddy McGirt. Yeah, Buddy McGirt and Pernell Whitaker fought twice. Yeah.
Yeah. And
hey, you got a bad reception. You got a bad reception on your phone.
Oh, okay, sorry about that, Coach, man. Just wanted to call in and say, yeah, man, I remember that the likes of Pernell Whitaker and James Turney will never see the likes of those in the ring again. And they fought everyone, absolutely man. Everyone. So yeah.
Hey, I can't hear you, man. You sound robotic. You sound robotic, Nigel. Hey,
sorry about that, man. Man. Okay, yeah, man. Just saying, like, we'll never see the likes of those fighters again, unfortunately, man. You know? But yeah, I just wanted to call in, man. So keep up good work, Coach, and hope you're all right, man. That's my call.
Yeah, shout out to Nigel, man, from the UK. Salute, fam. Hey, Arlette say, Coach. He said, Coach, me and you are the same. He said, which is I hated Kelly Pavick and Carl Frantz because they beat Jermaine Taylor. Hey, look here, man. Larry Merchant, bro. I hated Larry Merchant, bro. I swear to God I did, dog. I did not like Larry Merchant at all. I'm like, bro, he always had some slick stuff to say, bro. Like, listen, Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins too, but he ain't like B-Hop. Like it was just something about, bro. I don't know what it was, bro. It was just something about the black fighters, bro. He always had some shit to say, dog. Like, you know, no matter how like they put on a spectacular performance, it was like, well, you know, Pernell, your style is kind of boring. You like when people talk about Devin Haney got a boring style, right? I heard this before. I heard it when Pernell Whitaker was a fighter. They used to say this about Pernell Whitaker. Hey, Retro, what did you say, Blood? He said he used to cut fighters off doing their shout outs. Hey, Blood. Hey, you know, they said Pernell Whitaker was a boring fighter. I don't think he really had much to say about what's my brother named, the Hulk? Not Aaron Pryor, but the other Hulk, Julian Jackson. Because Julian Jackson would knock a motherfucker out. Julian Jackson will put people to sleep. I hated Larry Merchant. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I ain't gonna lie about that. Shout out to Al Money. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Oh, yes, sir. You talking about, hey, shout out to Fortex. I'm already ahead of you, fam.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
I'm already ahead of you, bro. Yeah. Nicolino Loche. Yeah, I'm already ahead of you, bro. Yes, sir. I don't seen plenty fights from him. Me and my Uncle Benny. My Uncle Benny is the one that turned me on to boxing. Yeah, that guy, that was a monster. Defensive wizard. Absolutely.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And my uncle, like, I fell in love with Salvador Sanchez because of my uncle. And I used to watch a lot of fights on him. How he was in and out. Like Salvador Sanchez used to show the road a little bit, not like Tony and Floyd, but if with the way he fought in the pocket, Salvador Sanchez was like in and out. And when he come out, he'll turn like this here. And then as soon as you like hit the shoulder, he'll come back in and let his bro like and let off his offensive arsenal. I just got to go back and look at some more footage of these guys, man. Like my uncle loved Salvador Sanchez, and he loved Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Like he loved Hagler, and I think that's where my love for Hagler came at too. But yeah, man, bro, like Larry Merchant, man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Larry Merchant was a hater. He was a hater, bro. He was a hater, and he was a hater for real, dog. He was a hater for real. He was a hater for real. Shout out to PBC Central. He say Larry was low key racist against black. I always felt. I mean, personally, I felt like that. I'm not gonna lie. I honestly felt like that. And you know, and I ain't playing the race card in that, but I'm just saying I honestly felt like that because it was always the black fighters he criticized. Great fighters: Roy Jones, Pernell Whitaker, James Toney, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard, you know your style. He always had something to say about their styles. Floyd Mayweather. I remember when Floyd Mayweather went off on Larry Merchant. He said, "You know what? You don't never give me a fair shake. You don't never give me a fair shake. You know what? You don't know shit about boxing." And Larry Merchant said, "What did you say?" Leonard Ellerby said, "You heard him."
True.
Hey, Leonard Ellerby say, "You heard him." Oh, Booker Ray was right there. You heard him, the spit bucket and all. He had his head right there, man. That was funny, bro. That was funny. He said, "Could it be that Larry simply doesn't like defensive boxers?" Man, look here, man. Roy Jones was knocking people out. James Lights Out Tony was knocking people out. Floyd Mayweather was stopping people at featherweight and lightweight. You know what I mean? So, I don't. You know, I don't. That ain't how I took it. That ain't how I took it. You know what I mean? That ain't how I took it at all. Because he didn't have that criticism. He didn't have that criticism for the other fighters. He didn't have that criticism for the other fighters. So, shout out to Don. Shout out to Bishop Don Magic Wand. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2 bam super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "What do you think on Ricardo Finito Lopez?" Oh yeah, listen. Finito Lopez, right? Not my Uncle Benny. My uncle Romy. I got an uncle named Jerome. My Uncle Romy. That was his favorite fighter. That was one of his favorite fighters. And I didn't see a lot of fight footage on him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see a lot of fight footage on Ricardo Lopez. I didn't see a lot of fight footage on him. But my uncle Romy, I don't want to say that was his favorite fighter, but that was one of his favorite fighters. He loved that. He loved Finito. He loved him. You get what I'm saying? But he was a bad boy. He was a bad boy. I'm not gonna say a lie to you, Don Juan. I didn't see a lot of footage on him coming up. To be honest with you, I will say this though: the little footage that I did see of him, he was very fluid. He threw his punches with fluidity. He was very fluid with his punches. You know, he was very relaxed. He threw punches with fluidity. You know what I mean? He said, let's remember Benitez slick defense. Yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, Myron, check this out. Remember, y'all got me going back now, man. Hold on. Y'all got me going back to the Puerto Rico Mexican rivalries. With Wilfredo Mendez. Hold on. Y'all got me going back, bro. Y'all got me going back now. Hold on. Hey, Myron, check this out. What blood at? I know y'all gonna love this here. Hold on. I remember, hey, you know what? This is when is what, 1979? I was only 5 years old. So I don't remember this fight. I had to go back and look at some who remember this fight right here though? Y'all remember when Wilfredo Benitez fought Sugar Ray Leonard? This 79, I was 5 years old. Who old enough to remember this fight right here? I remember when he lost his. I remember when he lost to Tommy Hearns. Who remember this fight right here? Sugar Ray stopped him in the 15th round. I don't, man. Sugar Ray got a lot of late stoppages too. Sugar Ray gave him his first loss. Hey, Retro, you remember seeing this fight? He said, I saw it a few years later like you. Bruh, let me tell you something, bro. This here was a fight. This was a hell of a fight. Sugar Ray took his belts. Sugar Ray took his belts from him. 15th round. And this is what blood boxing be talking about and boxing gyms be talking about. Those guys then fought 15 rounders. They fought 15 rounders, guys. So when when I look at a lot of these fighters now, and a lot of people tell me that a lot of these fighters today, they better than the old school fighters. I'm like, dog, like I see a lot of these guys, like in my opinion, I like Canelo, but in my opinion, he wouldn't have made it. He wouldn't have made it through this era. Canelo has stamina issues. A lot of those guys, they didn't have the stamina issues that a lot of these fighters have now. And a lot of these fighters, they have what boxing gyms at? Boxing gym, what did you say? You say playbook, did the film study. You say playback, did the film study. Okay, cool. Let me go check out the film study if you got it over there. Let me go back and look at the film study. Hey, Myron, what did you say? You say Sugar Ray Leonard beat him with jabs and counter jabs. Sugar Ray was fast. Sugar Ray was fast as all outdoors, though. Sugar Ray was fast as all outdoors. Excellent game plan. Sugar Ray has some really, really good endurance. I sit back and I look at, what I sit back and look at too, guys, is when I look at these fighters today, I'm kind of like, okay, some of these dudes you can look at, some of these dudes just have the stamina issues, dog. Like, when, you know, because you ain't gonna knock everybody out early. When you go into the late rounds, where you gonna be at? This is why, like, when people tell me, like I like Mike Tyson. Of course, I like Mike Tyson, but I'm like, man, I don't see Mike getting through those heavyweights in the 70s, because it's a known fact that once you get Mike into the later rounds, he gonna gas out. And if they take him into deep waters, I'm not saying he wouldn't have beat nobody in the 70s, but I'm like, you take him into deep waters, you got to have some stamina. A lot of those fighters are getting knocked down multiple times and getting up and then finishing the fight and winning. You get what I'm saying? To me, there's no comparison. And this is what blood boxing talk about. It ain't fair to compare the eras. You can't compare the eras. The criteria was different. In my opinion, those guys was tougher. A lot of these people say today that these fighters today, they're better, faster, bigger, stronger. I'm like, but they not tougher than those guys. Not from a physical standpoint or a mentality standpoint. To me, there's no comparison. You get what I'm saying? Blood, you feel me? You say these legacy fights, you say these legacy fights had to be an even playing field. They got clenbuterol too. They get clenbuterol too. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Sugar Ray had footwork combinations, a slick defense. You know what I mean? He fought in the pocket. He can fight mid-range. He can fight you on the outside. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, Sugar Ray can stop you late in a fight. You got to have some gas. You got to have a gas tank for that. You got to know how to endure. You got to know how to endure being, you know, like when Sugar Ray beat Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns was winning that fight, the first fight. I do think that Tommy Hearns won the second fight against Sugar Ray in ¡89. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Tommy Hearns won that fight, in my opinion. But in order to stop these fighters late, dog. As a matter of fact, let me pull up. We talking about Sugar Ray. Let me pull up Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray fought Floyd Mayweather Sr. too, right? Let me pull up Sugar Ray, man. Let me pull up Sugar Ray. Sugar Ray fought, yeah, he fought Floyd Mayweather Sr. He fought Floyd Mayweather Sr. Boxing gym, what did it say? You say, yep. Okay, he fought Floyd Mayweather Sr. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Tommy Hearns won that second fight. I think they fought in what, 88, something like that? 88, 89 maybe? But like for me, I can't compare these fighters today. And blood boxing say it all the time. You know, the criteria is different. In my opinion, those guys back then, they didn't have the medical sports science that they have today. But it seemed like that these guys today, they're not as tough as those guys. That 70s and 80s era was brutal. That 70s and 80s era was brutal. Shout out to all that. You say Jerry remembers when those fighters used to fight 100 rounds. Jerry ain't that old. Jerry in his 50s. Jerry not that old. He in his 50s. Hey, Eddie Val, so he said back then, 39 years old, 39 years back much, he say stronger punchers on average. And see, you know what? This what pissed me off too. This what pissed me off too. I'm gonna tell y'all what pissed me off too. When I hear these dudes today talking about, and listen, I don't want to know if Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury fans get mad at me. But bro, let me tell y'all something. Boy, when y'all go to talking about, yeah, man, you know, Fury 6'9". What Bob, let's address Bob. Tyson Fury 6'9", 250 pounds, 270 pounds. He would have did this to that fighter. He would have did that to that fighter. Back then. I like, bro, like, Tyson Fury would have beat some fighters. He would have beat some fighters. He probably would have beat Joe Frazier and stuff like that, beat some fighters. But, bro, and the little fighters, someone like a Ron Lyle. Now, those guys were smaller heavyweights. Ernie Shavers was small. He was only like I think Ernie Shavers was like, what, 6 feet tall, 6'1", something like that? Maybe 6 feet tall, 6'1". But Larry Holmes, yes, Fury is taller and bigger than those guys, but I would say he's good for this era. But like, even if Ali in the 60s, those heavyweights in the 60s, especially in the 70s, them were some tough dudes, dog. Like, if you look at the heavyweights that's here now, there's nothing to really even push or challenge a fighter today in comparison to what that murderous role, like, especially if you look at, let's take Ali for instance. Look who all Ali fought. He fought everybody in the top 10. And if you want to get me on board, like, I don't like comparing eras like Blood say, but it's just hard for me to believe, dog, because I'm like, them dudes fought 15 rounds. Them dudes, they fought a lot more often. They fought each other. They fought all of the top 10 guys. Bro, like, they can get knocked down to get back up and stop you. You get what I'm saying? They had endurance. They knew how to fight through fatigue. Like, some of the limitations that a lot of these fighters have today in the heavyweight division and in boxing, they didn't have, a lot of those fighters back then, a few of those guys, they didn't have those limitations like that. I'm talking about the elite, upper echelon fighters. You get what I'm saying? And there's no comparison. Like, if you tell me, what Tyson, and no shade on Wilder's 10 times better than Ali. I'm like, how, where? Number one, he get tired too easy. He don't have no stamina. You ain't gonna beat no Frazier without no stamina. And this is no shade to Wilder fans, but they make it seem like, yeah, he got that equalizer with the right hand. So y'all make it seem like he just gonna walk in the ring, hit a dude with the right hand, and they're gonna go to sleep, they're gonna walk off, he gonna go back to the locker room. Cause that's how they try to make it seem. I know our brother Deontay Wilder got the right hand, but y'all making it look like, yeah, man, he just walked in there, hit Ali, walked out and went back to the locker room. He would have hit George Foreman, went to the locker room, left. He would have hit Larry Holmes, went back to the locker. That make it seem like it was just gonna be that easy. He's just gonna hit him with the right hand, they're gonna go to sleep, he gonna go back to the locker room. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'll let you say Joe Frazier greater than Tyson Fury. Put some respect on his name. You know what? I don't mean to put no disrespect on Joe Frazier's name. You're right about that, sis. You're right about that, sis. I was just saying, like, just from a side standpoint, people could probably make that argument and say that. But you know what, though? By Joe being such a smaller fighter, when Joe Frazier was like, what, 5'11", 6 feet tall, something like that?
Nigga, when my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name.
All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more. Put some respect on my name.
He said, he said, what am I rocking Marciano?
Oh, there they go. There they go. Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got to pull Rocky Marciano out their ass. That's the one. That's the one. Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano. Let me tell you something wonderful. Rocky Marciano was good, but compared to Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano ain't shit.
He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
Yeah, man, shout out to Al Money, man. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super sticker on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said that. What you say, Retro? You say that's because Bream rose to the top back then. Oh, you mean the cream? The cream rose to the top back then. Yeah. The cream rose to the top back then. If that was like the only way, Jerry Quarry, Ron Lyle. You get what I'm saying? Jerry Quarry was good. Ron Lyle. I'm like, bro, like, you say, Ron Lyle KO Ernie Shavers. But what I'm saying is this here, like, bro, I remember when Ron Lyle and George Foreman fought each other, right? I saw that film, of course. Bro, and George Foreman got knocked down a couple of times. Ron Lyle got knocked down a couple of times. Of course, George Foreman ended up stopping him. But, bro, them dudes was getting hit with hard shots, getting knocked down, getting back up, and multiple times. Creme de la creme fighting each other. You get what I'm saying? Them dudes are just tough, dog. Ali Frazier fought, what was Thriller Manila? That was 15-round fight, the Thriller Manila. Both of them almost died in the ring. Ali said that was the closest thing to death that he ever came to in his life. 15 rounders. What fighter today can fight 15 rounds? Heavyweight. I know Joshua. I like Joshua. Joshua ain't no 15-round fighter. We know that. Can Fury fight 15 rounds? I don't know about that. We know Wilder can't fight no 15 rounds. Like, we know, maybe. Damn, I don't know. Maybe a Usyk, maybe. I don't know. And I'm not doing any comparison, but I'm just saying, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe a Usyk, I don't know, maybe. And then, Lennox Lewis. If I move on to Lennox Lewis, shout out, Evander Holyfield. Shout out to Jamario Dixon. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, I got you, fam.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Knock down 305. What it say? You don't have to go back that far, Coach. Lennox. Yeah, listen. Yeah, I didn't even want to talk about Lennox. I'm just talking about back. Lennox Lewis, in my opinion, Lennox Lewis will put any heavyweight that's boxing today to sleep. Their ass going to sleep messing with Lennox. Lennox ain't playing. Lennox Lewis ain't playing. Nobody in this era. Nobody in this era gonna beat Lennox Lewis. And Lennox Lewis fought dirty too. He was a dirty fighter. He said both Ali and Frazier had to go to the hospital right after the fight. I read somewhere that Joe Frazier lost 10 pounds in that fight. Listen, Eddie Futch had to stop the fight. The 14th, remember that the Thriller Manila, the 14th round, every time it looked like Ali was gonna give in. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all the true story. There was a minister in the Nation of Islam that I learned up under, named Minister Rahman Muhammad. Rahman was the one who brought Muhammad Ali to the Nation of Islam. He's the one that introduced him to Islam. This is documented. I know Malcolm X get the credit and stuff like that for recruitment, but that was a minister that was in Miami. His name was Rahman Muhammad. Now I spoke to Rahman. This was in the 90s. He said we was at that fight. And FOI did security. I think I don't remember if he told me there was a security detail or whatever the case may be, right? But he say, man, He say, man, Ali told him every time he was gonna, and I looked at that fight. There was points where momentum was swinging in that fight. And just when it looked like, Frazier was getting the best of Ali in this fight, Ali will dig deep within himself and he'll just let off a flurry of punches out of nowhere. His will to win was so strong. This is what Rockman told me. I never met Ali, but this is what Rockman told me. He said his will to win was so strong. We didn't know how he was able to summon the strength to continue on in that fight. And then Joe Frazier, the same thing. Frazier was like, there was several times Frazier could have quit in that fight because he was getting punished in that fight. Ali was getting punished in that fight. And they said when the 14th round came, this is what Rockman told me. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I believe him. He said, man, they thought Ali was gonna quit. Like, man, we're done. Like, it ain't no way. Because he was exhausted. He gave everything he had in that 14th round. He hit doggone Frazier with everything, and Frazier didn't go nowhere. When Frazier went back to the corner, Ali was spent. He hit him with everything. He said, I'm done. And just so happened, they looked over there in the corner, and Eddie Fuss had stopped the fight. He said, man, I can't let you go back at that no more. They say Frazier wanted to go back. Frazier didn't want to go out on his shield, but Eddie Fuss was like, man, it's enough, man. You hit him with everything. You hit him with everything, dog. He ain't went nowhere, bro. You hit him with everything. He ain't went nowhere, man. And it's going back and forth. This is what Rahman told me, Minister Abdul Rahman. He passed away. R.I.P. to Rahman. He's not here anymore. But Minister Abdul Rahman, he told me that story. He said, man, Ali was about to quit. He hit him with everything. What was this trainer? Angelo Dundee. They were like, man, they was contemplating. We don't know if we're gonna let him go back out. And they were looking. They looking over there at Frazier corner, and then Frazier corner looking at them, and he like, Eddie First like, man, I'm done. No, you can't go back out there. 14, bro. I was like, damn. He didn't let him come back out for the what was that? The 15th round, guys. He didn't come back out for the 15th. He didn't come back out for the 15th. Both of them want some punishment. I don't see fighters. I can't see a fighter today that can go through that kind of torture. That I don't see that. I don't see that, dog. I don't see that, dog. Ben Gunn said Lennox Lewis was not appreciated enough when he was active. No, that is true. True. That is true. Lennox Lewis wasn't appreciated enough. Because I hated Lennox Lewis. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I hated Lennox Lewis. Guess what? I appreciated Lennox Lewis. When he retired, I said, man, that was a bad motherfucker, dog. When I sat back and reflect that Lennox Lewis boxing career, especially once he hooked up with Emmanuel Stewart. Lennox Lewis knew how to work behind that jab. I still say that Larry Holmes had a better jab than Lennox Lewis. Larry Holmes had a better jab than Lennox Lewis. Because Larry Holmes was more lighter on his feet. He had that bounce. Lennox Lewis was more heavy-footed and more flat-footed. And Larry Holmes was more hap. And Larry Holmes was more better on his feet. You know what I mean? But Lennox Lewis was so much more bigger. You know, guys. He knew how to fight like a big man. He knew how to fight like a big man. He knew how to work behind that jab and drop that right hand on you. And then if you get close to him, Lennox, he'll know how to put that weight on you. He know how to cover that uppercut. He was dirty. He'll pull your head down, hit you with an uppercut. Like, if you look at some of the, Lennox Lewis was a dirty fight. True. Thought about that. True. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Blood. He said, I saw a video with Bo approached Lewis, and they shook hands and made up. But Lewis was about to swing on Bo. Yeah, I saw that too. Hey, you know what though, Blood? Hey, Blood, Lennox Lewis was a dirty fighter too. He said a great fighter, but he needs to work as a commentator. Yeah, he does need work as a commentator. That is true. Hey, you know what, Boston Jim's Blood, you know what, man? I just thought about that. What's a dirty? Hey, look how he mudded out Mike Tyson, man. Look how he mudded Mike Tyson. Put his weight on Mike Tyson. He mudded Mike Tyson, dog. He mudded. Boy, it took me about 5 years to get over that. It took me about Lennox was dirty, man. Hey, y'all gonna make me start by hating on Lennox Lewis again. Y'all gonna make me start by hating Lennox again, man. I'm gonna start about being a Lennox hater again, man. I used to hate Lennox Lewis, bro. You know, because he was from the UK, he used to talk so, and he was so sarcastic. He was so sarcastic. Well, I beat him up. I beat Evander. I beat, like he had such like a pompous attitude to me. Lennox Lewis had like a pompous attitude to me. Boy, I was a hater of Lennox Lewis, boy. But guess what though? I can't take nothing from him, bro. He was a great fighter, bro. He was the best heavyweight of that era. Facts. He said a lot of greats were dirty. He said, we call it vet savvy.
True.
Hey, Boxer Jill say, he said, we call it vet savvy. We call it vet savvy. He said, you heard Lennox's reaction when Fury knocked Wilder down in the third fight. Lewis was like, oh, bro. But let me tell you something, bro. Lennox was good, dog. He was good, dog. I can't hate on him. I can't take that away from him. He also had a mean streak. And on fight night, that good boy ish was out the window. You hit the nail right on the head, blood. He had a mean streak. Boy, he had a mean streak, boy. Listen, he had a mean streak when he fought. That is true, bro. That is true. As much as I hated Lennox Lewis, guess what, blood? I gotta tell the truth, dog. He was a bad boy, dog. He had a mean streak. His last fight with Vitaly Klitschko, bro. That fight right there, his last fight with Vitaly Klitschko, that was a hell of a fight too. Check this, hey, blood, check this out. Look at the cut. Follow me. Look at the cut on Vitaly Klitschko's eye. When him and Lennox Lewis were going back and forth, trading power shots. Vitaly was right there with him. Every time Lennox Lewis got the best of him, Vitaly would come back and get the best of Lennox Lewis. Like, he'll get hurt, Vitaly get hurt, recoup real fast. Lennox will get hurt, recoup real fast. Like, that was a clash of the Titans. The doctor stopped the fight because of the cut on Vitaly Klitschko's eye. Remember that? Boxing Gym, check this out. Why the doctors didn't stop the fight when Odo Wallin fought Tyson Fury? He said Lewis and Grant. Oh yeah, man, yeah. Lennox Lewis beat the break. Shout out to Bishop Don Magic One. Hey, okay. For dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said Lewis Grant was Lewis was dirty at best. Hey man, whatever it took to get the
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
You get what I'm saying though? AI said Vitaly was clearly winning. It was a close fight, but yeah, it was not. You know what? It was a close fight. It was a close fight. I won't say he was clearly winning. I think what it was, no one never seen Lennox Lewis struggle like that to that degree. Like Vitaly was taking the crime to him. It was a real close fight. Some people had Lennox Lewis winning, some people had Vitaly winning. But you know what? Vitaly, now that I think about it, AI, I think I kind of had Vitaly Klitschko winning that fight. I did, as a matter of fact, now that I think about it, I did have him winning the fight. I just thought about that. I had Vitaly winning the fight, maybe by like a round or two. Something like that. I had him winning the fight. The doctor stopped that cut. Tyson Fury cut on his eye was just as bad, if not worse, when he fought Odo Wallin. You get what I'm saying? When he fought Odo Wallin, Elisa said that was the worst cut she ever saw. Oh, one of the worst cuts? I don't know. That cut on Mike Tyson's eye was bad too when Lennox Lewis knocked him out. GGS said that shit was deep throat though. Yeah, but look at the cut when Tyson Fury fought Odo Wallin though. Look at the cut when Fury fought Odo Wallin. That cut was damn near the same thing. Fury had a multi, bro. That cut was like, bro, that shit was nasty. Remember after the fight, Fury like showed the camera his eye, bro. That was terrible, bro. He said Usyk might beat Lewis. Yeah, this you probably Jason Mones. That sound like something you'll say. Kefren say no rematch. No, Lennox Lewis retired. Hey, Blood, what you say, fam? You say he was a replacement fighter. Lewis did not train as hard neither. Okay, you know what? You know what, Blood? I didn't remember that, to be honest with you. I didn't remember that Vitaly Klitschko was a replacement fighter. I didn't remember that, fam. Thank you for letting me know that. But you get what I'm saying though? Like that cut there, what was the difference? You say clearly winning, but still lost. That's all that matters. Yeah, you're right. That's all that matters. Doctor stop the fight. Hey, Rod say, he said, Coach, why AJ and Lewis don't like each other? I don't know. From what I heard that it was because Lennox Lewis wanted AJ to sign with him when he left the Olympics, and he didn't sign with him. Or I don't know. I don't know how true that is, fam. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I heard. Waleem said Waleem was trying to open it more throughout the fight. Man, listen, Waleem was giving furious fits. But they let that fight go 12 rounds. They let that fight go the distance. Shout out to Gibbon. What you say, fam? He said, hey, Coach, do you watch Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship? No, I don't watch it. I haven't seen it. He said, all of them getting busted up. Bare Knuckle? Whew. I don't know about that, boy. I don't know about that there, man. JT he said, Coach, you should do a show where we pick a classic fight and we analyze the tape. I mean, I would do that, but the thing is it'll have to be. Nah, I can't show it on here because it's copywritten material. It's copywritten material, and they won't let me. I might get a strike on that. You know what I mean? I might get a strike on that if I show some of them old fights. You know what I mean? Like I showed a snippet of something before when Marvelous Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe, and it got well. It didn't. I didn't get a copyright strike, but it was like okay. I think Top Rank or somebody said I got an alert from Facebook. I got an alert from YouTube. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do it. That's why I don't do that because I can't do that. Can't do that. What you say? You said because AJ gets the praise that Lennox Lewis wishes he would have gotten for being a champion in the UK. Blood said I watched Bare Knuckle. Yeah, I haven't seen Bare Knuckle. I haven't seen it. Old Dirty Boston, you say it's not too bad. Just a lot of blood, short rounds, and they'll usually stop quickly. Okay. Boston Jim, you say don't do it. No. Yeah, I know better than that. I know better than that. F Society, he said, how about watch Cotto versus Mayweather on mute? Tell me who won. Yeah, I mean, I can't show it. I still can't show it. I mean, it could be on mute. I mean, they can still detect it. I mean, all of these videos have ID numbers on it. I don't know if you noticed. Like, if you watch The Zone, right? If you have The Zone have numbers that you can barely see that show up on the screen periodically. These are tracking numbers. They can tell if someone is watching their material or not. I can't do that, fam. I can't do that. He said you just can't monetize it for the vid. That's not a strike. Oh, okay. Say not a strike, but ineligible for monetization. He said Kurt Johnson. We say Kurt Johnson was the guy Lewis was supposed to fight that night. Oh, see, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. I thank you for clarifying that. That's what Blood was talking about. That it was Kurt Johnson. So Vitaly Klitschko was the late replacement. Okay. Shout out to Nigel Hines. You said Waleem was trained by Joey Gamache, the same guy who trained Teofimo Lopez for the Loma fight. He said good trainer. That's who AJ should have had in his corner versus Usyk. Man, I don't know, man. You know what, man? Who Who are like the top trainers in the UK? Who are like the top trainers in the UK? Who the top trainers is in the UK? So Joy Gamanchi is one. Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Who the top trainers is in the UK? Shout out to Retro. He said Kurt Johnson. He said thanks to the guy. He said thanks to the guy because I couldn't remember who replaced him. Yeah. Hey, Blood. I didn't even know that was a late replacement until you said something. I didn't even remember that, to be honest with you. What you say, sis? Food Revolution. You say Shane McGuigan? Oh, Shane McGuigan? McGuigan? Okay. I don't know, like who are the I'm trying to think who are the top trainers in the UK? Because I remember when Lennox Lewis was fighting, he left the UK and came to America. He said he needed an American fight. I needed an American trainer. Because it was always looked upon as, you say Shane McGuigan, Joey Gallier, Ben Davison, Andy Booth, Jamie Moore, Steffi Bull. I like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like what Ben Davison did with Josh Taylor when he became undisputed. I like that run right there. I didn't like I kind of like what Ben Davison did when Tyson Fury came back when he fought, after he had his tune-ups and he fought Deontay Wilder. But Fury got rid of him because he understood that he needed to change his style up to fight on the back foot. In order, and not to fight on the back foot, but he needed to become a more front foot dominant fighter and fight more like a big man. Peter Fury. Peter Fury. You know what, guys? I like Peter Fury. I like Peter Fury, bro. I like Peter Fury. I like I like what other dude named Andy Lee. I like Andy Lee too. You know what? Let me tell you something. I think a lot of these fighters, they gotta know how to fight on the inside, dog. They gotta know how to fight on the inside. They gotta know how to get in there sometime to get down and dirty. I'm trying to think, right? Because when I think of the legendary trainers here, I think Eddie Futch is one of my favorite trainers. If I'm not mistaken, how many fights Ali lost? Ali lost like 5 or 6 fights. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm shifting gears a little bit, I think either 4 of the 5 fights that Muhammad Ali lost was against Eddie Futch fighters. Fighters that Eddie Futch trained. If I'm not mistaken. I got to look that up. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think so. I think I might be right on that. Retro, what did he say? He said Heavy from today would never have took on the prime Vladimir Klitschko on short notice. Nah. Shout out to Major Key Boss. You say Andy Lee was trained by and lived with Emmanuel Stewart. Nigel Hines, what did he say, fam? He say the inside game is a lost art nowadays. This is a shame. See, that's why I like watching Chocolatito. I like watching who fight good in the pocket now? I gotta go. Now, okay, let me go down. I probably gotta go down to the smaller weight divisions. Probably gotta go to bantamweight and featherweight and stuff like that. Of course, Chocolatito. Chocolatito one of my favorite fighters. So Chocolatito, he's a hell of a pocket fighter. Oh, damn, my mind done went blank, dog. Oh, man, 135. Man, my mind done went blank, man. 135. Who fight good in the pocket right now? What the young kid name? I think, is he from California or Texas? Baron Rodriguez. Baron Rodriguez is one. Of course, Chocolatito is another one. I'm trying to think of some black fighters that fight good in the pocket, though. Shakur. I think Shakur. Shakur. Yeah, Shakur. What about Tank? I think maybe Tank. Tank. I'm trying to think about the welterweight division. I don't think Crawford can kind of do it all. Errol Spence is gonna fight right in the pocket. He gonna be right in, he gonna be in your chest. Errol Spence gonna be in your chest. So he fight good in the pocket. Errol Spence does. Man, my mind done went blank, dog. Yeah, Spence, my mind done went blank, dog. Man, my mind done went goddamn blank, man. Goddamn, dog. Say Stanionis. Okay, Stanionis. Virgil Ortiz. No, Virgil is not really a pocket fighter. He more like mid range. He's not really what you would call a classical pocket fighter because he's always bigger than everyone else to get in the ring with. Big Baby Miller, yeah, Shoo. Yeah, Shoo. Yeah, Shoo. See, hey, good looking out. I forgot all about him. I forgot about Shoo. Young Jitterbug there. What about my main man? What about my main man from Japan, a new way? What about a new way? Oh, my man. There you go right there. Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. Yes, sir. I don't know how I forgot about Gary. Bruh, Gary Russell Jr. Gary Russell Jr. fight beautifully in the pocket. Excellent footwork. The way he slip and counter. Like Gary Russell Jr. has beautiful, I like watching him box. I like watching Gary Russell Jr. box. I really like watching him box, dog. For real, though. For real. Yeah, I don't know how I forgot about Gary Russell Jr. My mind went, hey, Jamario, thanks, fam. My mind went blank, dog. Definitely him and Chocolatito. Definitely him and Chocolatito. Loma fight good in the pocket. Loma fight good in the pocket. Yeah. Loma fight good in the pocket. He said Pitbull. Yeah, but that's the only way he can fight. Pitbull. Pitbull, you know what, dog? Pitbull, he fights in the pocket, but he don't have the footwork, dog. Pitbull don't have the footwork. He gets in there and he wings punches. He throw the bolo punch real good. He throw the overhand right real good. He doesn't throw a jab. Because he's so short, he does fight in the pocket, T-Culture, but I can't put him in there with like a Gary Antoine Russell or Inoue or Steph. What about Steph? I think my main man Steph fight good in the pocket too. Steph. I can't put more in there with those guys like that. Steph. What my main man? Steph. Stephen Fulton. Fulton is another one. He fight good in the pocket. Fight good in the pocket. Let's see. Fundora. You know what? Fundora fights in the pocket. JT, you laughing, but yeah, Fundora fights in the pocket. He's 7 feet tall, but he fights in the pocket. Jojo Diaz. Yeah, Louis James, you're right. Jojo Diaz, yep. Oscar Valdez, Oscar Valdez too. And yeah, you talking about Gary Antoine Russell? Yeah. Hey, you know what though? Hey, Boxer Jim, he just blitz you. Gary Antoine just blitz you, dog. He just rush you, bro. He just rush you, dog. He just rush you and just overwhelm you with. I said, boy, if he best around to fight somebody with some timing and got some pop, boy, he gonna be in trouble. Well, you know what I mean? He just overwhelm you with volume and, you know what I mean? Taylor, he said Taylor used to be good in the pocket until Davidson got a hold of him. Yeah, Josh Taylor. Yeah, you know what? If you look at some people would think that he lost that fight with Enriquez Prograis, but yeah, you know what? Josh. I got to go back and look at some of them fights he had on this run to Undisputed. Josh Taylor can pretty much do it all. He can fight in the pocket though. He can't fight in the pocket. Especially when I watched that fight with him and Enriquez Prograis. That was pretty much in the pocket. But Josh Taylor's a tall guy though. He's big for that weight. 140 pounds. He need to be fighting that middleweight or something. Shout out to Bishop Don Magic Wand for dropping that $2. Bam, super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Don, what you say, fam? You say rolling. I like to thank Al Heyman.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Terrence Crawford can do it all. He can fight in the pocket, out the mid-range, long range. Terrence Crawford fight in the pocket. What I like about Crawford is this. He don't make the same mistake twice. If you beat him with the jab, he gonna go southpaw, take the jab away from you. He gonna get his foot on the outside of yours. You're gonna fight over guard control. And what I like about Crawford is when he's in pocket, like in range, he doesn't do it the way Errol Spence does it. You know, Errol Spence get on the inside and just dig to the body and stuff like that. Crawford is what I like about Crawford. He's very good at catching you in between shots. Like if you throw a punch, he throw a punch. He'll literally throw a punch pretty much at the same time you throw a punch. He's good at throwing punches in between shots while keeping his eyes open and landing. And you may hit him or you may slip. He may slip it by like inches, but he likes to sit right there and he'll trade. Like the way he does it is so different. And it's like he makes it up on the fly. Like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like he makes it up on the fly when he's in the pocket. He can fight in that pocket and really, really good. To be a good pocket fighter, like if you're a fighter that's good fighting in the pocket, your punch placement really has to be on point. You have to know how to be an accurate puncher in the pocket. Your punch placement has to be on point inside. You know what I mean? You say Boots. I'm not gonna lie, dog. I ain't really seen Boots. I ain't really seen nothing from him because he ain't really fighting nobody. And I like Boots a lot, but I can't really gauge him by much because he's stopping these guys so soon. I don't really know what he can and can't do. He does have the skills, but you get what I'm saying? I need to see him in there with some better competition so I can fully like appreciate the skill set that he has and really see and know what he really has. What you get what I'm saying? Big Soul, he said Crawford practices those combos. He said Sean Porter. Yeah, Sean Porter. Strategy. Hey, Sean Porter, I ain't gonna lie, I hated Sean Porter's style, dog. He come in there with the headbutt, the elbows. Nah, Keith Thurman wasn't no inside fighter. He coming in there with headbutting you, elbows, knees. Like Sean Porter he just maul you. Sean Porter just maul you. Like Gary Antoine Russell style to me is similar to Sean Porter's. He'll just come in there and just maul you, just try to overwhelm you with punches. He don't care if he coming there with the headbutt, the elbows, the shoulders, the forearms. Like, yeah, man. I hated Sean Porter's style. He was a nice guy, but I'm like, this dude just fight. Bro, look how he was killing what that dude. He fought a dude named Sebastian Formella. He was killing that dude. I think it was Formella. And then what he did to Adrian Brody, he was just on him like a Tasmanian devil. Like I'm talking about, bro. Sean Porter look like a fullback that know how to box. So as of late, the Boots, I gotta see what he got. I don't look at him as no inside fighter. I gotta see what he got. I don't really know what he got because the last guy he fought, well, he just took a dive. Really, I mean, last guy he fought when he let his hands go. So I don't know. I gotta see him. I gotta see Boots some more. Now I like Boots. I think I believe he's the real deal, but I gotta see him some more, dog. I gotta see him some more. Say Benavidez inside combos. What did he say? He say Boots is the black Berlanga. You think Boots is the black Edgar Berlanga? We gotta and this what I was pissed off about the boxing scientists. I was like, man, I need to see these guys. I need to see these guys in the ring, man. What you say on like Derek Chisora? Dale boy just bowling along. Dale boy just coming in there, winging punch. Dale boy just winging punches. He just like Dale boy just throwing, he just throwing haymakers, man. Boxing gym, what you say, my brother? You say that's the weakest part of Boots' game on since the amateurs. Yeah, I gotta see what you get what I'm saying? Like, I can't say he's a good inside fighter because I gotta see what am I gauging it on? He's blowing all these dudes out, and you know what I mean? You know how it is, boxing gym. You won't know what a fighter have. You gotta see them get in there with somebody that's gonna bring that out of them. And this is why I don't like to crown these young fighters so fast in boxing, because it's like, dude, like some of these dudes that be, you say they the one, they the truth. And there's so many young fighters that's out there, everybody saying they the truth. I'm like, man, I need to see, in time we will see if this guy's what he is. Like Shakur done fought some tough guys, you know what I mean? He got that dog in him. What my main man name? What Keyshawn Davis, he looked like he gonna be a little something, but I still got to see what he got. He beat a guy that had 28, 29 fights or 30 fights. So I mean, that was kind of impressive. He only had 6 fights himself. I think the guy had 20-some fights, if I'm not mistaken. But I need to see these like Tank. I like Tank. A lot of people think I don't like Tank. I really do like Tank. My thing is, when I really like a fighter, I want to see them get in there with somebody. I don't like seeing fighters that I like get in there with tomato cans, pork chops and neck bones and collard green stems and fat backs and turkey necks. I want to see my fighters that I like get in there with somebody because I need to know what you got. I need to see another fighter make you dig deep and bring out the best of you, like Ali and Frazier, or Vitaly Klitschko for Lennox Lewis, Mike Tyson, Razor Reddick, Evander Holyfield, Burt Cooper, Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe. I need to see, and I'm not seeing these fighters that's supposed to be so great. They're not getting in these type of fights like that. And the reason why is because a lot of the top guys are not fighting each other. A lot of the top guys are not fighting each other. So you get what I'm saying? Shout out to Big Blunts. What you say? You say you'll leave to my Uberlanger. Yeah, Edgar Berlanga's a hype job. We ought to know that. Shout out to WCS. What do you say, fam? You say Lipinets, his best opponent to date. Yeah. Lipinets is. You say no. Boots is not with the PBC. Boots has Boots is with Showtime. Boots is with Showtime. He's not with the PBC. You say I like seeing good fighters solve riddles. Yeah, me too. Like, and I think this is a frustration that I have, like you have with the Tank Davis or somebody like that. Like these guys have to fight each other because I think highly of Tank. If you think highly of Devin Haney, or if you think highly of Ryan Garcia, okay, these guys got to fight each other so we can see what's up. I need to see Tank take it to another gear, or Devin Haney take it to another gear, or Ryan Garcia have to dig deep and take it to another gear. What is going to be like if Tank get knocked down a couple of times, like Ali did, or like a Ron Lyles or a Ken Norton did? Or Larry Holmes? What's going to happen if you get knocked down and you got to get back up and dig deep and stop the guy? These are the kind of fights we want to see. What's going to happen to you getting there with a Lomachenko, and he doing all of this and that, the Matrix? You know what I mean? Like, but y'all get what I'm saying? And that's what it is. Like, we have to see. And this is why I don't like comparing these young, like, yeah, man, he remind me of Ali, he remind me of Tyson. I'm like, nah, well, the only way you're going to say he going to remind you of Tyson, you got to do the things that Tyson did. Well, he got power like Mike Tyson. Yeah, he got power, but who he got power against? What happens when you get in the ring and you land that kill shot and that person eat it? Or that person get knocked down to get back up and he knock you down? You get what I'm saying? That's why you can't name, you know. He said, yeah, coach going, yeah, I'm going long today, man. We're gonna shut it down in a few. You say Shakur haven't never been in a dog fight. What the Oscar Valdez fight? The Oscar Valdez fight was a good fight. I think he just made it look easy though. He made it look easy. In order for Shakur to get in a dog fight, I don't think nobody looked at Oscar Valdez as a scrub. Oscar Valdez is a top fighter. In order for Shakur to get into a dog fight, he's going to have to get in there with a fighter who has excellent footwork like him, and it has the athleticism that he has. It can bring that out of him. It'll take Shakur to get in a fight with someone like a Tank Davis. Oscar Valdez is a good fighter. Shakur Stevenson made him look average. Shakur Stevenson made him look average. I wouldn't mind seeing Shakur get in the ring with Esau Pitbull Cruz. I think he'll beat him in 12 rounds. 12 rounds. He ain't gonna knock him out. He ain't gonna knock Pitbull out. But we know Pitbull is gonna be the guy that's gonna be pressing all night long. But Pitbull gonna be in trouble because Pitbull don't have any footwork. He's gotten better with cutting the ring off a little bit, but his footwork is not all that. Pitbull is like Pitbull is. He like to throw the bolo punch, overhand right. He don't throw no jabs, none of that. He throws all his punches with leverage. A pure boxer gonna box circles around him. You say Esau is like Tyson. He just left the jab back at camp. Nah, he ain't nothing like Tyson. Now, if you say he the old Tyson, maybe. But the Mike Tyson that was in his prime, 85 to maybe 88, 89, nah, he ain't nothing like that Tyson. Nothing. He don't even have the head work. He don't even have the footwork that Mike Tyson have. That's why I don't compare Esau Cruz to Mike Tyson. I joke and say he the Mexican Mike Tyson, but he don't even have the footwork. You know, Esau Cruz don't even have the footwork that Mike Tyson have. Mike Tyson had excellent footwork. What did you say? You said, I was just joking, coach. Oh, okay. Hey, I thought you were being serious. Hey, I thought you were being. I said, I'm talking about that now. Talking about. I didn't know you were just joking. Myron, what you say, brother? You say Conceição was undefeated in essence. Valdez, yeah. Shakur walked him down the entire fight, crushing him. Yeah, exactly. So, this is the thing. Barcelona United. Check this out, Myron. Shakur is going to be in the situation that Roy Jones is in. You have a great fighter versus a superior fighter, a good fighter versus a superior fighter. The superior fighter makes the good fighter look average. So what happened is, oh man, you ain't fought nobody. He fought Oscar Valdez. Oh man, Oscar Valdez wasn't nobody. No, he just made him look like nobody. This guy was that good that he made him look like nobody. This the same Oscar Valdez that knocked out Navarrete. He just made him look like nobody. Boston Jim, you say Mike Tyson don't exist without elite athleticism and head movement. Yeah, you hit the nail right on the head, fam. And this is why I say, man, Mike Tyson only had like 3.5 years of his prime. And I'm gonna tell you where I'm going at with this. When Mike Tyson got hooked up with Don King, when he signed with Don King, because I remember back then when Tyson had Customato, and then Customato passed away. I think he had Jacobs. What was his name? John Jacobs or Joe Jacobs or something like that. They had Mike Tyson was assigned to no promoter. They used to fight on like a fight-by-fight basis. Ate up all the Don King fighters. They used to fight on a fight-by-fight basis. And I think once Jacobs passed away and stuff like that, Don King was able to pounce on him. He remember Tyson had married Robin Givens and stuff. Don King was able to pounce on him, and he got rid of Kevin Rooney. Once he got rid of Kevin Rooney, that was a total different Mike Tyson. He wasn't training no more head movement, looking for one shot, wasn't working behind the jab. Mike Tyson became a lazy fighter once he got rid of Kevin Rooney. He was a lazy fighter. He had some black trainers in his corner, and they were just yes men. They were just yes men for Tyson. That's all they were. They were just yes men for Tyson. When I sit back and look at it, Boston Jim say, Cruz ain't nothing like Mike. Yeah, he ain't got no foot movement, no footwork, no head movement. He don't throw no jabs. Was. And by Mike Tyson being a shorter heavyweight, he was only like, what, 5'11", 5'10 and a half, 5'11". He needed footwork and head movement in order to be able to get on the inside. And he needed a jab to get on the inside because the guys he was fighting were like 6'3", 6'4", 6'2". So he's at a 4 or 5 inch height advantage. So he had to be able to do that. That's why I say if Isaac Cruz fights someone like Shakur Stevenson or even a Devin Haney, they're gonna box the hell out of him. They're gonna box the hell out of him. They're gonna box the hell out of him. I'm not gonna lie to you. A fighter with some good footwork, they're gonna box the hell out of him. I seen the way Tank was spinning them around. Tank will spin them. You know what I mean? He'll catch him coming in, and then he'll spin and get out of the way. Now he caught Tank a couple of times and buckled him. And Tank sat on the ropes, got off the ropes real quick. He buckled him, and then Tank got on that back. Tank got on that back foot. Said, "That little motherfucker here, man, shit. That little motherfucker, he just gonna keep coming." Cool boy, what do you say, fam? You say, Coach Fandora versus Charlo is a good fight. Yeah, I don't think we'll see that fight though. I don't think we'll see that fight. Both of them on the same side of the street, but I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Jim Jacobs. That was his name, Jim Jacobs. Jim Jacobs. So thank you for letting me know. Jim Jacobs. Jim Jacobs. Yeah, that was his name. I couldn't think of his first name. Myron, what did you say? Family say real talk. The discipline they forced him to have went out the window. Yeah, he just became a lazy fighter. Started hanging out in the street. I remember he was down here in Miami with Convertible Burt, shooting dice, snorting coke. Down in Miami with Convertible Burt down there with the dope boys down there. I say, man, it was like he was like a, he say facts. Is that Isaac is still young with the great chin and it has presser. Any good boxer with jab is knocking off. Yeah. Good jab and footwork, get around Esau Cruz. F Society, he say Thug and D is going viral for Coach saying that. No, I'm just saying it's gonna take these guys, these top guys like the Shakurs and the Tanks to fight each other. And the Tank and Ryan Garcia, I would like to see Tank and Ryan Garcia. This is what I gotta say. What Thug and D at? I'm at the dentist. When I got my Invisalign, right? I'm at the dentist, right? I'm at the dentist. I'm talking to my dentist and the dentist assistant. And the dentist and the assistant, right? And the dentist, I was looking at my phone. I was setting up my show. I was setting up the show. It was yesterday. I was setting up the show while I was in the dentist's office. And I was looking at my video, and she said, "Oh, what do you do?" I said, "I'm a podcast. I cover boxing." And the dental assistant say, "Hey man, what do you think about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis?" They just brought Tank Davis' name up and Ryan Garcia. They brought Tank Davis' name up and Ryan Garcia. He said Tyson said every time he comes to Miami, he leaves with a venereal disease. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, right? He say, "Man, I like Tank." He was a Hispanic brother. He was a Hispanic guy too. He said, I like Tank to stop Ryan. They brought Tank name up. I said, I gotta tell Thug and D that. They gonna be like, yeah, coach, you heard me. See, I told you, man. Everybody know about Tank, man. Everybody know Tank a superstar, man. You heard me. I said, I'm gonna tell Thug and D, yeah, they talk about Tank all in the dentist office, dog. I'm at the dentist office, the dentist and the assistant, they talk about Tank. They even know who Tank is, and they say they hardly even watch boxing. I said, as soon as I tell Thug and D that, boy, he gonna be like, yeah, man, you know, Tank a star. He say, no, I'm saying he got buckled. Thug and D, oh, yeah. No, he did get buckled. He got buckled now. He got buckled. Hey, Tank got buckled now. He did get buckled. He got buckled. Esau caught him. Esau caught him on that chin. He got buckled. Hey, man, salute, fam, salute. Shout out to you, brother. To this day. Yes, sir. Rod, he said, coach, that judge rejected Tank plea deal. Told him told him he should get jail time. Yeah, he going to trial. He going to trial. He going to trial. He said, next time y'all see Thug and D, he said, tell him Blunts want to pull up for an interview. Oh, man, yeah, man. Shout out to my dog, Thug. Shout out to Thug and D, man. I'm going to tell Thug and D that, hey, you know, Tank's a star. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell Thug and D that, man. Hey, man, let's give everybody a round of applause. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. We're going to make it do what it do, man.
Hurting the group? I'm the best thing ever happened to this damn group. Nobody's bigger than the group. Y'all ain't stupid. I'm the one selling the records. They coming to see me. They coming to see the Temptations. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
What you say? You say, no cap, we both out here. I'm going to pull up on them. No. I pull it up. All right, hold on. Okay, I tell you what, dude. Hey, since you want to pull up. I caught him with kind of nigga sipping at the Chick-fil-A. The nigga say he wanted some, he wanted the smoke. I told him I wanted all the smoke. Get off the table, nigga, I'm finna slam you. Slam him on his neck. Nigga, get back up. I told you what time it is. You wanna wallow, let's wallow. I told you I can wallow. I'm strong, boy, I'm strong. I'm finna take it to the rocks. I'm finna slam you again, put you on your back. One more again. Slam him again. Get back up, Wakanda. I told you I ain't even playing with it, boy. You wanna throw them paws? Then throw them paws. I told you, boy, finna go up under you, finna roll you on your neck again. One more again. Hold on, the nigga trying to run. Don't run, nigga, don't run. We got some. Hey, I got some killers over here. Oh, pussy ass nigga, what's going on, boy? I'm telling you, boy, I'm knock your fuck ass out, boy. Blow for blow, pound for pound, nigga. I got the title, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I'm finna knock one of you what kind of niggas out, nigga. I got these hands, nigga. I'm throwing them paws at that nigga, finna knock your ass down again, nigga. Get your ass back up, nigga. Don't run, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, I want all the smoke, nigga. I'm throwing them paws, nigga. I'm putting them hands on you, nigga. I told you what I'm gonna do to you, nigga. Catch you with the check left hook, nigga. I told you, boy, pound for pound, nigga. I'm the best. This more action than any Devin Haney fight. Put these paws on you, nigga. I told you, I got your backing up, nigga. Nigga, watch that check left foot, knock your ass down again, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it is what it is, nigga. I'm gonna make it do what it do. I'm telling you, boy, we ain't even playing over here, boy. Hey, sources say they need to be tested for PEDs. That's what they say, right? Hey, it is what it is, man. Hey, I want to thank Al Heyman for this show. I want to thank Al Heyman before I thank my mama, before I thank my daddy, before I thank God, Jesus, Moses, Allah, Abraham, Lot, Yahweh, Elohim. I just want to thank him for everything. And thank him for blessing us with this show, even though he ain't did that for
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and thank Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican Monster.
For all you ungrateful sapsuckers out there, remember, when I found you, this for you Wakandas, when I found you Wakandas, you was contemplating suicide. You was on coke. You was doing bad. I'm the one brought you to a good YouTube channel. I'm the one showed you how it's supposed to be done. I'm the one taught you everything you needed to know. And guess what? And I'm doing it for the second time. So you better be thankful.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Goddamn Tyson Fury put the ball on my dog.
You wish you could work it the way I do, but you can't. You're begging me not to leave you, and I refuse to let you go.
You know what, dog? I gotta say this one thing, though, dog. All jokes aside. The most embarrassing part about Deontay Wilder losing, Tyson Fury in his second fight. It was the fact that he got beat on Black History Month. And it was the lead up to the fight. That was the famous Radio Raheem, when he said, to this day, you know what I mean? My people been fighting for 400 years. To this day. They're your people too. To this day. They're your people too, Radio Raheem. To this day. You know what I mean? And he act like he know what he was talking about.
You just sit here and you don't know what I'm talking about?
And he came out there with the costume and had the rapper from Black Lives Matter rapping, and the rapper was saying, black this, black that, black excellence, black brilliance, black frame of mind, the black going into battle. He was saying all types of like around as black this and black that, right? And he was and it was just a mystique. And then Tyson Fury came to the ring on a throne, and he had some of our beautiful white sisters. He had some beautiful milk and magnesias carrying him to the ring. He was dressed like a king, had a robe on, and then Wilder came out there, he was in Shango shape, like Ogun, and he was thick and buff, and he had all the black and bruh, I say, damn, I lost money on that fight because I betted on Wilder in the first fight and the second fight. I say, damn, dog, he beat your ass on Black History Month. He beat him on Black History Month. Shout out to Thuggy D. What's up, baby? Thuggy D. Boy, I was at the barbershop. I was at the Thuggy D. I was at the dentist, boy. They was talking about Tank Davis and the dentist. They was talking about Tank and the dentist, Thuggy D, right here in Tampa, where I'm at. They were talking about Tank and the dentist, dog. They were talking, and the dude say he got Tank. There was my not my dentist, but my dentist assistant. He said he got Tank beating Ryan Garcia if they fight. He say Tank too much for him. I just wanted to let you know that they talk about Tank all down here, dog. I'm just letting you know, though. I'm just letting you know, Thuggy D. Hey, what you say? He said, but Wilder should have never brought racing to that. Yeah. I get that, but I'm just like, damn, dog. He had the black rapper from Black Lives Matter. He had a black judge. He had a black referee. All black. Malik Scott and them behind him, Joey Scott and them behind him, Tay Jones behind him, the whole entourage, JD's. He had a dude from Black Lives Matter. And man, goddamn Tyson Fury beat the brakes off of him on Black History Month. True. I lost $100. I lost $100 on that fight. I ain't bet on him on the third fight, but I was just saying that I just want to think about that, man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. Hey, let's go ahead and get up out of here, man. Yes, sir. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Tank say he a free agent, man. So we're going to see what's up. That's what he say, man. We're going to find out, man. Shout out to my dog, Thuggy D, man. Hey, what he say? Wait, what you say? You say, hold up, coach. He said, let me make sure Thuggy D got the Instagram. I need this interview, dog. Oh, you going to interview Thuggy D? Oh, hey, Thuggy D, y'all need to link up, man. Hey, Food Revolution say a black coach. Yeah, he had a black coach too, man. Had a black coach, man. I was like, God damn, boy, Tyson Fury beat the brakes off him, man. Hey, shit, and you know what? All jokes aside, if it wasn't for, hey, look at my dog Cookie. She's sitting right there. If it wasn't for Mark Breeney, they wouldn't have had a third fight. JT, he said, coach, give Thuggy D his rents. Oh, give Thuggy D a rent. You know, man, Thuggy D, I might do that. I might do that for Thuggy D, man. I might do that for my dog. I might do that for him. Listen, for all you Nick Sack sellers, listen, anybody want to go half on this Nick Sack right here, let me know. Anybody want to go half? Anybody want to go half on a Nick sack? Let me know, dog. Half on this a Nick sack right here. Anybody got $2.50? You want to go half on a Nick sack? Let me know. I will see you guys tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.